I'm planning to do some hunt with Zeraldos later, so maybe we will actually stream twice today. If we decide to do that. You're also welcome to join, of course. But yeah, it's not like we streamed this only twice. Let me take this away. It didn't minimize when I alt-tapped this time, that's kind of weird. But yeah, this is actually the third Sekiro stream, so alas. I should have used that title, I think. Although at that point I was still streaming somewhat regularly, before having 1.5 weeks of hiatus just for being hustlers. Anyway, time to get fucked by a bull for over an hour, I reckon. There's some fights coming up that I'm not particularly confident in, so it's probably gonna go pretty poorly pretty soon. At least I remember to set it to 60 FPS this time. Unlike previously. What did we do? We killed Lady Butterfly. How do I brain this? I've played a bunch of Tunic between last stream and this stream, so now my brain is wired for different buttons again. And I also watched some Elden Ring, so I can't wait for some of those buttons to enter my brain as we're trying to play the video game. Anyway, I'm sure it's gonna go well. Right, so, Sculptor's Idol. Oh, we have a memory to use. Let's see. Enhance attack power. Confront the memory of Lady Butterfly. The battle memory of an extraordinary foe, although distant recollection of such a memory provided sustenance for the wolf. The Phantom Lady Butterfly was appointed by the wolf's lost father as one of his mentors in shinobi techniques. These mentors employed strict methods. The cultivation of shinobi techniques can only be achieved in the midst of battle. So, we've been an old teacher, alas. No, yeah, it's true. That is indeed me. I will get bonked. I actually did get bonked last stream a few times. You definitely missed out on that. Right, DK? Where were we? Over here, right? Yeah. That is true. Someone that has watched plenty of educational streams, I can guarantee that anyone could be a teacher. How's your PC situation coming along? Are you back on track? I saw you streaming something the other day, but you titled like short stream or tiny stream, so I wasn't sure. How button I do this again? This one. There you go. Wow, that's actually embarrassing that I couldn't even remember which button to press for the grapple, because you do that like 500 times per session. I like the subtle, more tense music when someone is detecting you or roaming. Like looking for you actively. Heard a lizard. This was gonna be one being dropped on us, or is it to the left of us? Who knows? Doesn't matter. Right, so last time we were here, we briefly went around that corner and we went over to that tree and we fought some rats for the weird tango of Ashina. Was hanging out in that big old building over there, and now we move on past this gate. We didn't go any further than this last time, I think. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Always setting up all the small stuff. Had what? Sorry? Oh, the tension music. Yeah, okay, I'm dumb. Yeah, thankfully it's not that bad this time. Or in this one. Yeah, sorry, I had already forgotten what I was talking about just roughly 2 seconds ago. That's what we're doing. Speaking of doing very well, we've upset every single man in the game. Man also includes dog in this instance. I press roughly every button on the pad that is not the correct one. Let's try one of these. This time a little bit earlier. I'm sure that's fine. Ah, what you gonna do, gunman? I fly above you. Any game that I play is a noob game because of me playing it. What are you shooting at? There's no way you can see me. I am stealth incarnate. Oh, I thought I could grab that ledge there. He's the wereman in the game. At least T2 gets thrust. Yeah, dogs are pretty nasty in most games. Thankfully in this one you have the shuriken, which do them in pretty quickly. Alright, there's a Big lad with a hammer. Wonder if I can sneak up on them without being seen. Maybe if we're lucky. Yep, we got there in time. I don't want to fight these regularly. I remember them being a little bit awkward. Oh, right, you're a regular one. Just murder you. Barely got into the finisher before. Alright, let's see. That was some awkward ass timing. Ow. Early again. I am getting completely rolled. May I please? Oh, this is the button for healing. Fuck's sake. Okay, you go apeshit over here. I go around and I stab you a bunch. I thought I heard my doorbell ring a second ago, so I was getting a bit distracted. I hope that didn't actually happen. Fuck's sake. No. It is such awkward timing for me. I'll just not be there while you go apeshit. Almost on you. Ow. Don't punch me. There we go. Yeah, I am, like, absolutely not brainily in sync with this game just yet. This is gonna be very messy, especially since we're about to fight something that I'm very afraid of fighting. As in, that is very difficult for me. Yeah, brains are weird like that. They just kind of get out of sync with what you're trying to do. Maybe it's just me. Hey look, it's the fancy place where we first fought the samurai mate would cut off her arm. Yeah, the fusion of two languages together. Of DK English plus regular English is advanced English. Don't see anything fancy lying around. Maybe there's something hidden. I think we're good for this bit. Interesting that the wall is open here. Some blokes. Let's see if we can listen in.
本当にあれを戦に使うつもりかのう。ああ、だが仕方なかろうて。アシナは今や存亡の危機。なりふりなど構っておれぬでな。じゃが、ちゃんとせえ、ちゃんと。そんな風では巻き込まれちまうぞ。一度起これば敵味方の別などなかろうでな。
So one thing I noticed when I am now replaying this, especially on stream, is that there's actually a lot more dialogue in this game than I remember there being. Ooh, I didn't get the warning there. Normally when he's starting a thrust attack, I should get that danger message warning thingy. So I should be ready, but I guess it didn't give it to me because I was still on the animation for the murder of his mate. But yeah, I didn't remember there being this much dialogue in the game and like how slow-paced the start can be if you're actually listening to all of it. I'm also the kind of guy that usually in a game like this, or just really any game with a bunch of dialogue and a bunch of text and stuff, I will like read the text rather than listening to people talk about the entire thing. Like I rarely listen to the entire audio for any single line that is being spoken. I just read the subtitles. I just go ahead and skip and skip and skip like as soon as it's finished. So I usually don't. Hey, we did hear this earlier as well. So that makes me sometimes a little bit unaware of how slow these sections can be and how much dialogue there is, because I just by myself go through it much more quickly usually. But I feel like for stream it's appropriate to actually let them finish their lines and say their things out loud. I've never actually played Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, it has a fun soundtrack though. Is there something down there? No. Yeah, that's how I treat like any sort of dialogue in any sort of game. Like, regardless of language, it's not just because like, oh, this is Japanese, I don't understand it anyway, but rather, I don't know. Like, I was playing Mass Effect off stream not too long ago, and I don't know, I just can't sit there and listen to every single line of dialogue. I'm just too, like, okay, press button, press button, press button, press button. Like, I just skim, or not even skim, sometimes, like, fully read and whatever, especially if it's interesting, the actual text, but not listen to people. Listening to things just takes so much time, I know. So, yeah, they were talking about something being used for battle, and we're about to engage with it, and it's not fun. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure everyone here would much rather listen to me ramble about some random shit all the time instead of moving on with gum and becoming murdered. Alright, Ard? Hope your Valheimery is going along well. Yes, you should definitely be going for me right now. Yeah. Is the game very loud? I keep asking this every time, but like in my ears it's very loud, even though we've set it up before. What? Thank you. So I never quite figured out a super reliable way of dealing with these fuckers. I know you can just make them like run into walls and they don't curve very well. There's a few of these, of course, you could get against throughout, that's the word, throughout the entire game. And I don't know. They just never really clicked with me. I never really sat down and figured out a solid strategy of dealing with them. So we'll have to do that now. Nice, perfect timing. Just hang in mid-air right next to the guy with the gun and just be shot. Very good. Funnily enough, one thing I actually didn't remember is that this game doesn't do the whole get your stuff back on death sort of thing. Like, you actually just lose your things immediately. You don't have to go back and pick up some lost souls or whatever. And you have a small chance of just not having that happen to you. Like, you just sometimes don't lose shit. Hi, guy. Yeah, I can probably jump over some stuff. I should probably do that more. I can probably also parry more stuff. The game is surprisingly generous when it comes to parrying. Like, a lot of stuff that you might not think could be parried, you actually can. So I should just try that more. I think this mate is also still out. Yeah, this man is still here. So, normally these guys are... Oops, I killed myself there by attacking. Normally these guys are supposed to die when the bull first breaks out there at the start. But since we're on the, like, stupid difficulty stuff, they have enough HP to actually survive the bull going after them. You can sometimes get him stuck in a bit of a loop of trying to turn around while you're after him, and then you can just wail on him a few times. The reason I'm using the thrust attacks here instead of just regular attacks is that I sometimes watch a no-hit runner for Souls games, and the way they do it is they also just do charged attacks, so I just copy that, assuming that they know what they're doing. I do like that he is trying to steer by like hammering his burning horns into the ground. It's a neat little touch. Thankfully Ninja Man is incredibly fast, so you can just keep running around it, rather than actually trying to parry or jump over. Sprint speed is so high in this game. Don't thrust me through the wall. I already have a clip of that. Not for this game, for Dark Souls 3. Very funny one though. Oh, I don't have the thingy. Another thing you can do, since this is also a wild animal, and we had learned a trick earlier about using firecrackers to scare wild animals, I think you can do that to this guy as well and get a free damage immediately, which is nice. Another flinch. Let's get some distance so we can not be cornered in one shot ideally. The camera screwed me over there. He attacked so late that I actually ran past him. And the attack turned around and everything got weird. Faithless. Oh, that was my bad. A door frame. I think it would just smash the door frame, given that it starts by breaking out of its little cage or containment thingy. Right, so I should do the thing that I was just talking about. We have one of our tools here is a firecracker. These cost the same amount, yeah? Yeah, okay. I don't want to charge it up. Let's just use the regular one instead of having the opportunity to accidentally fuck it up. I'll wait until you shoot this time before I do this. Yeah, that attempt wasn't terrible. I don't think we're too far off of doing this. If I just sprint around a lot, we can, like, sort of cheese it. Rather than having to actually learn how to deal with its attacks. But yeah, normally these two are supposed to die to the bull breaking out, but with the extra health from the two difficulty things we have going, I almost messed it up. I can't just attack you, why am I... Okay, here we go. Ow. I wonder if it's gonna go for the other guy. Not actively. Got him passively though. I thought I would make it past him there on that attack, that was pretty good. Ooh, good stagger, really quick as well. That was really good. I'm surprised that unlike most of the heaths and stuff in these games, the bull doesn't have a way of like kicking back behind him. I did that really poorly, I'm glad I got away with that. I like the jumping approach, some things seem to work out alright. You can hit him there once. Okay, I did that really poorly, I jumped really early. What is 4E? Enhanced enemy effective a something. Oh, I say it's Japanese, sorry I don't speak that. I hope that's not offensive to say, if it's like borderline offensive. Pretty racist. I do actually sort of have a jump 2k, don't I? Looks more like a JP or JS. He didn't take enough stagger from a Mikiri counter to be guard broken. Jesus Christ. Chill out with the bows, game. Alright, please end him. That's one. And there's two. There you go. I meant more the word. It's like another streamer saying, like, calling any of that sort of area just chai one-ease, which sounds hilarious to me, but hopefully it doesn't offend anyone. Hey, got stuck on his head there. Maybe I shouldn't lock on actually. I keep getting into awkward positions because either my camera keeps spinning alongside the enemy, or it makes me like so closely, it sticks me so closely to the front of the head that I actually get stuck on him. I'm probably going to die to this burn. I don't know if you can actually reduce it in this with jumping or whatever. Yeah, in that case, like, no issue with that. I dashed too early, just out of reaction rather than when I actually had to. Ooh, nice stagger. Maybe that's why the thrust attacks are so good. It only takes like 3 of them to make them stagger. this. Yeah, it doesn't work. Oh, fuck's sake, yeah, maybe locking on is really bad there. So what happens is, when I'm locked on and I try to sprint in one direction and then into the other direction, my character goes in one way, then he does that little skitter slide as he's trying to cartoonishly turn around. Like if I do this and then go the opposite way, it does that little like that little turn animation. And I could avoid that if I just like do a little loop like that. And while I'm locked on, I don't have that much fine control, so I might not be able to do that there. But that did get me done in the second. So maybe I should try to avoid that entirely. Again, this keeps happening. I don't remember that ever happening before, like in my first playthrough. So the game has a button for just hoover up all loot nearby, which is to just hold down X or square on a PS4 controller, and you just vacuum up everything around you, which is really nice and is quick and snappy and feels good. But the issue is that there's also another prompt for X, which is like to ledge hang and like, that sort of thing. So I've had this happen multiple times on the second playthrough, where I tried to just... He actually curved that so hard, that's insane. To believe player record respected. The fuck is that attack? How did that not hit me? What's going on? Possibly the most chaotic start I've had to this fight ever. He is still alive, the spear lad. So I do have a cure for fire, but I don't have it on my bar yet. It's not super important anyway. But yeah, sometimes if you're close to a ledge or whatever and you use the vacuum up loot button, it'll make you ledge grab or something, which isn't a problem, like you don't fall down or anything. It's just, I can pause in the menu in this game, I forgot. Let me put my anti-burn gourd on. I should not jump like that. Really bad idea. Fuck's sake. Good thing I did that though, otherwise we'd be on fire. Maybe I should learn Japanese so you can translate for everyone. It'd be nice to have someone that I know that speaks Japanese. Actually, I think I do know someone who speaks Japanese. Stab him in the face. Stab in the face, and then I should not have locked on there. It made me move towards his face, which made dodging pretty hard or impossible there. So I should just not have done that. Yeah, look at Dave. Dave's got to figure it out. Dave knows the country for that. Oh, sorry, Dave. Welcome in to Man Getting Fucked by Bull, which is not nearly... I mean, it is slightly more brutal, but also slightly less brutal than that sounds, so maybe I shouldn't say that. Yell at a knight and mate, he'll wait for you. What? I should stop reading chat and just pressing buttons while I do this. I saw an item over here. There we go. I don't know why I missed that the first couple times as we were going up. Oh, matey, yeah. Works with pirates and Japanese people. Dog, excuse you. Is that your thrust attack? Yeah. Could you stop falling back, please? On the contrary, it was one of the worst men in the game. Hated him. Yeah, let's try not locking on this entire fight. We'll see. If this is the attempt, then clearly that is the only deciding factor, and not at all that I... Whoa, that hit me late. I thought the attack was over by then. Guess it's more active than I think. Please keep doing that. Oh, never mind. It's a little bit harder to stick on the camera and sprint at the same time. That might be worth it. Manage not to screw myself. I wonder how long that is actively active, and if I can just run away in a straight line for a moment and then stab him. Ah, that caught me at the most awkward spot. Holy fuck. Ooh, I dashed super early. I'm surprised I didn't come in. Okay, when he does the like shake head back and forth thing, he always starts charging afterwards, so I need to be careful. It keeps pushing me in front of his head, which is very unfortunate. Surprised that that attack doesn't crush you when he comes back down. Or not attack, but like him going back down from that. Alrighty then. Yeah, sorry, I don't have time for that. I must actively participate in the murder. A more shinobi medicine. Sometimes a shinobi can survive what is certain death for a lesser warrior. As such, medicinal knowledge is vital. The only way to learn such techniques is to be gravely injured time and time again by worthy opponents. The way the flavor text describes that... How did you know that? I was nowhere near the door. Nice. I died to the random guy, of course. Because I missed my parry on his follow-up attack. There we go. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the flavor text makes that appear as though you get that from just fighting repeatedly and almost dying repeatedly. And on my first playthrough I thought that was the case, like you could sort of grind it by just getting into very dangerous positions over and over to just improve your medicinal skills or whatever. But that's not actually true. These healing improvements drop from specific bosses at specific points in the game. It is not random and it's not something you farm for. Hello.
ありがたいや、ありがたいや。
何を拝んでいる？
はい。お前さん、千宝寺を知らんのかい？金剛山の千宝寺。尊いお方がそこにおわす。さあ、お前さんも拝んでみ。ありがたいや、ありがたいや。
So we only got stuck on the bull for 20 minutes.
ありがたい。
Which is a pretty good quota for me. Again, it's one of those fights that I'm actually worried about every time. We will run into another one at some point, but we'll deal with that as it comes. Right, time to upgrade our health with 4 prayer beads. Now we have the second prayer necklace. In Ashina, there's a towering pink ogre of a man said to have gone red-eyed and run amok before he was long shut away in a forsaken dungeon. More Morris games, nice. Seems to be a popular topic at the moment. We also have 2 skill points, should we go spend them? No, fuck it, I'm sure we'll be fine.
九郎様、黒源ですね。エマ殿、分かっています。源一郎殿がお待ちなのでしょう。天守の上階に戻ります。
Fine combination. Maybe not that compatible without the whole water thing.
あの時吹いてくれた足の歯笛じゃ、こたびはそなたが音を頼りにきっと参れ。
My aid is being demanded. We can actually open this door that isn't locked. Incredible. Yeah, we go down here. No Satan either. What the fuck? Oh, we're on the other side of this building, I think. This is where we are at the very start of the game at some point. Oops. Yes, this is where we fought our first tutorial boss that had two health states, I think. Yep. This time we have a shrine over here. Oh boy, good luck.
この辺りに忍びが入り込んだそうじゃ。探してくれ。心得たが、最近頻繁ではないか。ああ、それだけ戦が近いということじゃろう。だからこそ放ってはおけぬでな。
Bongo, bongo, bongo. We have so many places to go right now. I guess we'll just start with this area if I could. How do I best murder these two? I'm guessing we're gonna start by jumping on this guy. Kill him before the bugs show up. Ow. Dogs are super frail in this game, mercifully. Usually in the Souls games, they're at least a little bit more sturdy. You can't just like one-shot them with anything. But in this game, they kind of just die from any sort of damage taken. Alright, let's start by going to the left over here. So when we were here the first time, we didn't have the prosthetic yet, so we couldn't do grappling hook stuff. But now that we have it, we are actually a little bit more mobile, and traversing areas a little bit easier. I say falling to my death. I didn't want to jump for the grapple point, I wanted to see this stuff on the wall, but alas, I should jump for the grapple point. Movement is not agreeing with my fingers right now, but what can you do? Also being shot at by someone else. There's a second one over there. Ow, you also throw shit at me. Okay, maybe we do retreat for a moment. Yeah, thankfully it's a shinobi prosthetic, so it's more durable than a regular arm. How do I get to this fucker? Probably over here. I could use one of those medicinal pellets that we found. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm pressing all sorts of buttons. Finally. I forgot to rest earlier when we had the shrine. I only activated it. So we didn't get our health or our healing flasks back. Rot Essence, Faithful One. The coughing and wheezing sounds of an old woman of great faith, keeping one's faith even when driven mad allows one to see certain things, thank heavens. We do have one of those dragon tears. Reduces the chance of receiving unseen aid, immediately receives unseen aid. That was like the 7% roll, or however little it is right now. Yeah, 7%. Get the RNG where it absolutely matters. I couldn't grasp that for some reason. Right then. Let's go up here this time around. Maybe try not fighting both of them at once. Maybe we can even get a stealth kill on one of them. Had to really think about which button to press there. Probably make that, right? Where's Shooty Man down there? Or Throwy Man, since they're actually throwing knives, I think. Goodbye. Now we get your friend for free as well. Heavy coin purse and some scrap iron. Very good, very good. Hey, we got a ding ding as well. Tunnel is now locked. Can't go back to where we initially thought Kenichiro. So the movement of this game is kind of odd. It prevents you from just walking off of cliffs. You kind of have to make yourself walk off a ledge. The game won't let you do that normally. Like if I'm sprinting, like for example, I'm like if I can run into any sort of direction, it will not knock me off the tree. It's actually very generous in that regard, so you don't have to be super precise with your movements. It'd be a little bit slippery and finicky if that wasn't the case. It does, however, also mean that sometimes like jumping and stuff feels a little bit awkward because it feels like you're glued to the ground a little bit longer than you're supposed to and stuff like that. So it's just something you have to get used to when playing the gun. What were we going to do? I thought we saw some stuff that was nice. Some health when death blow, that would be nice. More health in general. These are decent. I don't remember what these are. Oh yeah, this is the one we got last time. Oh yeah, I wanted these where we get more stuff from... Oh no, wait, we already got the two that are related to parrying. What does this do? Reduces the amount of posture damage we take. Recovers posture when doing a death blow, and then we have the double Ichimonji. I think this technique is very strong, but I am pretty bad at using these special techniques in general. Like I usually don't find the openings to actually ever use them. I guess we'll go over here and try to get the improved Mikiri counter. Right, so let's go this way. I press the button. I don't know why I'm so bad at the buttons today, and I haven't played this in a little bit, but I'm usually pretty decent at like remembering controls and getting the sort of inputs that I want. Like I usually am not the sort of person that struggles with inputs a lot. But right now it seems like my brain is just not agreeing with the game. That's not great, because over there by this little tower where we first met Kuro, we are now greeted by a spear lad that is very powerful and will probably kill me a couple hundred times. Because that's how this tends to go. Let's try to not upset these people. I'd like to get those stealth kills on them to make them a little bit easier. Oh, there's a alarm made over here. Yeah, I tried to dash after that attack, but I forgot that the sprint attack is the slowest thing in the universe. That's pretty bad. Oh, we killed the alarm mate, and since we officially died, they now no longer expect us. Time to take revenge. You don't notice shit. There you go. Stealth. These big ones are pretty bad at perception. Which is nice, because they're kind of a pain to fight. Yeah, this does not posture break him, which is very awkward. I don't know. It feels pretty... like, it just feels bad to Mikiri counter someone and then not get the immediate death blow afterwards. Good thing we crouch at pretty decent speed in this game. Wolf is generally really fast and agile. Like most things that usually take video game characters quite a while, he does really fast. Like climbing ladders isn't an issue for him. Just general movement, his sprint speed is off the fucking walls. Or off the charts, rather. Right, let's get in here if we can. Is it from the other side? I think we get the spear upgrade in this building. We can turn our shinobi tool into a spear for thrusting attacks. I seem to remember that being a thing against armor. Maybe you can unarmor people, or maybe I'm getting that mixed up with a different game. I might be getting that mixed up. Well, either way, we want everything eventually, so it doesn't matter what's in there, we're gonna get it. Fistful of us. Where did the big guy go? There was a second big guy that got upset. Oh, he's up there. Or they're up there. I think they're actually women, I'm not entirely sure. Right, so up there in the store frame you can see big ol' Spear Mickey. That guy will do us in quite a few times, so look forward to that. Would be another reason why I want the upgraded Mikiri counter. It's also kind of awkward to get to. Maybe if we came in from the other side. If we come across over there and then go around here, maybe we can stealth over without having to kill every man in the game. We're really close to a level up. I'd kind of like to get that before we die repeatedly and lose all of our stuff. How do you get up there again? Don't you just find a key? Maybe he drops the key. I seem to remember something about getting into this sort of building from below, but I think that's at a later point. Let's check this out over by where we first started. Oh, there's a dude. Right, we can talk to this guy. I remember this guy. Hello, friend.
Makoto, しみ入る。美しい。じゃが、誰かを乞うような。
The fuck are you talking
ど
about?
こか悲しいねじゃった。
Hello.
おい、誰を呼んでおる。もう一度聞かせてくれ。
Least aware man in the game.
お主。わしは熊野陣左衛門と申す。堀回りの見回りを任ぜられております。見かけぬ顔だが、いずこの組衆か。明かせぬ。明かせぬとな。さては忍び衆でござるか。明かせぬ。これはご無礼を。忍び衆ならばさもあろう。これ以上司祭は聞きませぬぞ。
Alright then.
時に忍び殿、この辺りで三味線の音を聞いておられぬか。
Nope.
音をたどってきたところ、この井戸穴に行き当たったのでござる。
Sorry, I can't hear shit, mate.
知らぬ。そうでござるか。忍び衆ならば、もしや心当たりがと思うたが。あの調べは誰を呼んでおったのか。
Well, to you, obviously.
なぜだか無性に気にかかる。いや、何でもござらん。忘れてくだされ。
Complete creature. Right, so that's this subquest started. Let's go and check out this hole. There's a guy down here. It's one of those that we fought in the Hirata estate, up on the tower. One of those that has the like leg thrust attack. This one is a little bit awkward. That's the very room we started in. This is where Emma was standing and she tossed down that little charm thingy and woke us from our slumber. The room is pretty narrow. I remember the camera being a pain in the ass when fighting these guys in very close quarters, so I think even though we should be able to take him, we can't even like get a death blow by just jumping on him right there, and have one of the two health states gone immediately. I seem to remember still struggling with him a little bit because visibility is kind of shut in there, but I might also just have had a bad day when I fought him last time, so who knows. Anyway, let's go and die to the spear guy over here then, since it seems like we've cleared the rest of this area. So maybe another guy around. I think we just need one or maybe two more enemies to backstab so we can, or to just kill in general, so we can have our level up. I think our stealth upgrades are paying off. Like we skilled two things that make us more stealthy, and I think the fact that he doesn't notice us at all is part of that. Anyway, so this guy sucks. Ooh, I got, actually, I iframed through that. You don't have that many iframes in this game. The game, ooh, that's sweet. The game doesn't want you to play it like Dark Souls, so you're not supposed to iframe through all the attacks. So that happening is actually pretty rare. If you parry that correct, like he doesn't immediately take damage from the Mikiri counter, you actually, like he knocks you off and then he does an attack and then you have to parry it and then he staggers so you can get a free hit in. There's like an extra step to it on this side. Timing isn't super hard though, so all good. Ow. This time he didn't go for the attack, so he didn't get our free damage. Okay, we actually got him on first try. That's pretty lucky. So if you're patient and you sneak around this building, you get a backstab on him and can skip one of the two health states, which makes this a lot easier. If you have to fight him twice in a row, that's a very good way of getting done in. This guy is pretty notorious for like being a pain in the ass. When this first came out and I watched a bunch of people play it, he was usually one of the guys that people got stuck on for a while. And this also includes myself, like I mentioned. I tend to just get rolled. Anyway, let's listen to what Kuro has to say.
お主は言ったな。なすべきことをなせと。それが未だ見出せぬ。わからぬのは留飲は。
Don't worry, kid. No one understands what they have to do. Just the way of the world. Nothing else here. Is that a box? No, it's not a box. Oh, is that something on the outside? There is, huh? Well, I guess we'll have to climb this thing. Is there a grapple plant? Am I being dumb? I might just be being dumb. Maybe it's actually really easy. Just being stupid. That's where we first came in. There did look like an item outside though, didn't it? Yeah, there's definitely something. Oh, there's one outside. No, it's just a hug wall prompt. Oh. I feel really stupid, I don't even remember this being a thing. Aha, there is a prompt, I just need to be in the right spot. Never mind. Hey, one of those Jesus statues, very fun. Can probably get even higher if we finagle this properly. It's easier said than done. Kinda hard. Ooh, thank you, camera. Camera does the good old 180, you go off the building now, thank you. Know a few spots in Dark Souls that do that reliably. Right, so we killed everyone here. We didn't get access to the shrine building though, did we? So maybe that's something I actually have to do here. Maybe I have to climb on top of it or something. Or maybe I can actually get in from below and I was just being stupid. This is where we eavesdropped in the past. Aye, parkour goes off the rails, as they say. Seem to not be able to grapple the like frame there. Nope. So we can't get above. This does not seem to be the intended route. I genuinely cannot remember how to do this. It feels weird if you had to, like, find a key for those. But I don't remember what we could be doing. Oh well. Sure, we'll come back to this eventually. If one of you guys know, feel free to let me know. I just cannot remember for the life of me right now. Let's go and maybe we should quickly rest. We're basically dead and we're about to fight someone that's also slightly useful, so let's maybe not go crazy. Actually take our time. We can also invest the skill points that we just got. And get the improved Mikiri counter. Very fine. More posture damage. Wait, I also have to actually rest. I keep forgetting that with these shrines. This game is weird. To be fair, I do like that you don't... like, that you can sit on them without resting, that you can interact with them without resetting the area. That's something that I sometimes want to do in the Souls games and they don't let you. Oh, that's this area. I remember this place. Do I want to be there? No, let's go into that hole where we started, that we were talking about earlier, with the guy who's looking for the shamisen player. Never mind me, just passing by. Oh, I curved that a little bit too hard, or tried to curve that a little bit too hard. Yes, yes, bunch of noise. Right, so we don't want to go down the regular way. We want to go up here and try to get a jumping death blow thingy on the guy right down there, which shouldn't be super hard. Imagine just getting stabbed like that and your reaction is, oh fucking bastard, I'll kill you, and then you just fight with full strength. No biggie. Okay. I am not reacting to these attacks well, though. Oh. There's the third one in a row. I thought he did 2 and then he did the thrust. He did 3 though, so... that had enough range to catch me. Fuck's sake, why am I so bad? Wait, doesn't he usually do the sweep afterwards? I thought he was gonna do the sweep. Fuck. Well, that was embarrassing. But yeah, I don't like fighting this guy very much because the camera does not like enclose spaces like that very much, and he does this weird dashing around and shit, which messes with your view. It's a little bit of an excuse because I also just played that really poorly, so I'm not saying like, oh, I played it perfectly, I just the game was bullshit. Like, no, that's not what I meant. It's a little bit harder than you might think it would be. At least getting her is pretty quick and easy. Not very dangerous. Right, so let's try to stay on the offense this time until he actually counterattacks. This time he does the sweep. He does 4. Fucking hell. He does 4 and then he does the thrust. I thought after 3 that I would dash into him to deal with the thrust attack, instead I just basically die. more parries and then the first attack. He actually missed me with his sweep there. I was still in the stagger from the Dark Crush. Nope. I did not really see what he was doing there. I was guessing the thrust, so I dashed forward, but thankfully it put me behind him, so the sweep didn't hit anyway. Wait, stop that. I was ready to parry all 4 of those, and then do the thrust counter. Get some scrap magnetite, just slightly higher level upgrade material. I think we actually didn't read that item description before. I think we only read the basic one. That's gonna happen a few times throughout this playthrough, I reckon, where I just skip through an upgrade or an item description that I think is like very similar to the other ones. So I'll probably not read all of them, I apologize. But I'll try to read the ones that, at least on first glance, seem interesting. So, now that we have a grappling hook, we can actually get up here, which is where we, at the very start of the game, saw an item lying around, and it turns out it was just a scrap iron. Just the game teasing you, like, hey, you can't get up here yet. It's not that secret at all. Oh, I remember which room this was. There's some Satan guy down there. You can see him summoning weird, spooky Skirlington heads. I don't want to fuck with that guy just yet. Fucking hell. Outsmarted by fucking Lizord. I'll not do the death blow on those, it's kind of a waste of time, especially since we don't have the skill to restore health when we death blow something. Otherwise these would be nice little chunks of bonus HP. I don't think you can jump far enough to actually death blow him. Maybe you can from here. But either way, I don't want to fight these guys just yet. This is like the same kind of enemy as the Headless. I think they're spirits or something. And we would need to use our Divine Confetti to start dealing proper damage to them. Otherwise, you do basically nothing. And I remember these guys, like this version, being a bit of a pain in the ass to fight. And I mean, we have no resources, no health, I say as I approach the shrine. But either way, it's kind of a chore fighting them right now, so I don't think we should be doing that. Good little rest. I am sort of getting tempted by that cliff to actually go and give them a whirl. Let's find out if we can get a death blow from here. If we can, okay, let's maybe give it a try or two. If not, then we fuck off. You cannot give him a death blow? Alright then. So what was your guys' deal? I wonder if I can shuriken him while he's in the air like that. Ow, that was faster than I expected. Oh right, that's fear, isn't it? That status effect. Yeah, pretty much. It's actually a really good comparison. Something about the sound design as well feels very fitting, even though I don't remember that game ever all that well. Do I insta-die when that touches me? Like, is fear just the insta-kill in this game? I forgot what it does. It might be. I guess we could science it. Not much of a warrior, are you? You're much more of a mage. Oh, yep, it is the insta-kill in this game. Yeah, you were correct. It was also what my instinct told me, but then, like, I don't know. I didn't remember them having that. I think I just got shot by the projectiles and died. At least that's what my memory told me, so maybe that's why I was second guessing myself. Well, either way, speaking of getting shot by projectiles and dying, we were basically dead, so... He's kind of in a really nasty corner here, because like if I have to go in here to fight him, I basically can't avoid a lot of those projectiles at all. I guess the small ones never really do that much to you. Oh, never mind, that is AoE while you're there. Oops, sorry, I don't have the microphone, but that wasn't that. I ended up going through and killing all of these. You can eventually buy Divine Confetti, which makes fighting them a little bit more feasible. But I never liked the fight with these guys. There's at least one other exactly like him. Maybe two, but I, off the top of my head, only remember one. Looks like we can't just leave the arena, so let's maybe try to grab this item and then fuck off. Oh, it gets fog walled, never mind. I saw the grappling point, I was like, oh yeah, we can probably just leave. Ow. Very uncomfortable sound. That had slightly better tracking than I expected. Oh, all these projectiles, man. How am I supposed to deal with these? Speaking of, there's probably things I can actually do, like in terms of tools to use. One thing you're definitely... Oh, maybe you can hit the skulls once your sword is buffed or something. I remember something about these projectiles. I think so, at least, maybe. Maybe I'm mixing that up with another game. Oh, I got stuck on the fucking corner. That's a shame. We do get a flask later that we can drink to reduce the fear buildup, kind of like the fire as well, I think. I should probably just loot this stuff and then leave. Since we're definitely not killing him. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Come on, brain. Twice in a row, just walk up to item, drink. Why is item not in inventory? What the fuck happened there? I think that's it for now. Wait, is there actually an exit? Oh, there is. So nice. Yeah, get fucked, idiot. I leave. Bye. If that had hit me, that would be very good comedic timing. Fucking drugged fatal frame. Does this go to the prison mine sort of area? I hardly remember this at all. You're still... what? I didn't remember that these were undying. Never mind then. So what does this say? Crumbling offering tower. Here lie the vassals of the Ashina clan, executed after the Great Rebellion. May their spirits rest. I saw someone do something similar to that though. They were doing a modded playthrough of this, which replaced all the text with... well, it was called poorly translated mod, which means it translates the text from the original language into another language, then back to the original language, and you repeat that process like 50 times or something. So it becomes basically incoherent as Google Translate or whatever the fuck service they use. Just turns it into complete mush. And the best part is you can like randomize it as well. Like you can scramble it and let that like cycle over and over to get different results. And that was quite the experience. For some reason, I don't know why, but like when I first saw that, I thought that was so fucking funny. I laughed so much that I basically died. Like I got headaches from laughing so much reading that sort of shit, because something about just jumbo language that like sort of borderline kind of maybe makes a tiny bit of sense, but not actually really, is just hilarious to me. Also, they combined that with a mod where it still had like voice acting. So you'd have voice acting for this new dialogue, but like with a very awkward, weird voice. Like, I don't know. I should look into that and maybe set that up at some point. But I don't think I could actually play it because I either have to basically ignore the entire text or just die laughing the entire fucking time. It's way beyond anything Eye of Argon could produce. Like, it's just completely off the walls bonkers. It's like borderline illegible, but it's really funny. I should look it up and try it.
いかがかね。
こんなところにも
I'll link it to you
死
later.
者があるところ、また供養衆あり。汚れとて、我らばかりは見捨てまい。さあ、ご供養していきなされ。
Right, so we have another merchant. Let's buy the Dragon's Blood Wood so we can cure some people of the bullshit. We have contact medicine. A weak poison status abnormality is inflicted upon consumption. By inflicting a weak poison on oneself, all other forms of poison become ineffective. Some shinobi also use this medicine for a specific technique. Poison is said to expand the mind. Sounds like fucking drugs. No, thank you. We have the Dragon Fragment of the Mask. I don't remember what that is for. I seem to remember some secret in a later stage. And we have a prayer bead for only 1400. That doesn't sound so bad. Maybe we should go buy that. So buy some pellets. Let's see. I definitely want the prayer bead, so. A great mushroom journey, what the fuck do you mean? I owe you that. We did that. But my cold days are over.
死者があるところ、また供養衆あり。いずこへ行こうと、ご供養を欠かさぬようにの。
Alright, so another sculpture title. We kind of are rushing through a bunch of areas here because I'm sort of indecisive for where we're going, but I think if I recall correctly that this is the entrance to the Senpo temple we just heard some talk about. Apparently not, actually. This is back at Oshina, isn't it? I think this is the opposite side of that bridge that I was looking at where I was like, you know what, I'll do that later. Does this go anywhere? Nope. Yeah, I also could not really see myself playing that again until they really do something pretty major with it. I'm honestly surprised they even went for it, like for like an update rather than just leaving it be for now and maybe doing DLC later. I think this guy's slightly annoying to fight. I should not have attacked there, I was very done. I think the main thing that game needed was just a small patch for some quality of life stuff and some bug fixes and stuff. It had a few too many, like, unintended interactions and like, oh fuck, he does it twice. He does it 3 times. He does it 4! Can you chill, sir, please? But yeah, I think that game was a little bit too, like, given how basic it was in many ways, it was a little bit too, like, jank as dumb as it sounds. Like, it wasn't unplayably bad or anything, but it distinctly stood out to me how, like, some things were a little bit more awkward than they needed to be, and, like, a little bit buggy, slightly non-functional. Fuck, I thought I was gonna stagger. How is that still not you dead? There you go. Yeah, I think the spear thing that I couldn't find earlier that is in that tower, where I couldn't find the entrance to, I think we can use that to strip these armor bits that they have off them. We just pull them off. Yeah, this is the area we were in just a second ago. That's the that bonfire, and then over there is the guy with the big old spear. cowbell proficiency. That's some massive ass cows that you're thinking of there. Like, goddamn. Would not want to mess with those. Anything else over here that's useful?
お主、太郎兵に鎧を着せたそうじゃな。ああ、あやつめ、ぐずりおってな。まったく難儀な仕事じゃった。だがその甲斐はあったのではないか。あの巨体と攻撃に加え、今や刃も通さぬのじゃからな。まあ、その通りじゃな。無理くり着せているからの。何かあれば、鎧はすぐに剥がれちまうさ。
Yep, being hinted at that the armor could be stripped off the guy, make life a little bit easier. But yeah, I don't think so much that it's necessarily just a bad decision business-wise, it's that... Oh, gatehouse key. Key to Samurai Gatehouse. Hey, that's exactly what I was talking about, nice. Oh, fitting that the guy that was talking about the armor stripping of people had the thing to get the spear, so they can strip the armor of people. Anyway, not far from the well, the wolf was kept in. Here, Gyobo the demon's broken horn is respectfully guarded by Ashina Samurai. The broken horn is the spear blade once wielded by Gyobo the demon. It's said that no prey can escape Gyobo's horn. It pulls enemies in and is even capable of stripping an enemy's armor. But yeah, it's less about the business decision part and more about maybe that not being the most effective or best way of approaching that sort of thing, especially for a game that's fairly simple and more of a one and done sort of game, like Cult of the Lamb. Like you said, like a small update isn't gonna make you play the game more, and I'm in the similar boat when it comes to that sort of thing. I also, like, that's not the sort of game that I just play over and over again without like any major reason to return to it, if that makes sense. So I think it would be wiser to, like, hammer out some of the, like, glitchy and buggy stuff so that people that are getting into the game now and buying it on sale and stuff instead of on release can enjoy it to its fullest for what it is right now, and then maybe announce that you're working on a big update or a big DLC or expansion pack or something, rather than doing this sort of piecemeal bit by bit sort of thing. I forgot where this water takes us. I kind of want to go find out. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. I just tend to like my... Oh yeah, you're infected with Dragonrot now, sorry. I just like my updates like that to be a bit more big and meaningful, especially for, again, a more simple game like that. For smaller games, like... or not smaller games, for like more complex games, especially ones that already have like a bunch of randomization to them, I can see that being a good enough reason to go back. Like if Terraria, for example, whenever that updates with a new like area or a new boss or something, I'm down to play another World of Terraria. Like, I can play that game forever, basically, because I enjoy the core gameplay so much, and like the random worlds and stuff add so much to the experience that I'm fine with playing another round of Terraria just because a small-ish update has dropped. It doesn't need to be a big one, but for a more simple game like Cult of the Lamb, I think you just kind of have your fill after your first playthrough. Oh, can we not do anything here just yet? Is this all just for later? Seems like it might all just be for later. Oh, we can get to the backside of this. No, never mind, I'm thinking of a different place. NVM. Right, so we were over here, we've crossed this bridge, we have access to that tunnel now if we want to. We have explored this area with the spear. Actually, let's go back there and grab the... like the spear, instead of just having the key for it. Actually getting the upgrade might be asked for. Should be a route we can take, yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, I think it depends on like a more case-by-case basis. Oh fuck, I wanna go in here. Oh, I hope the animation actually makes me noticeable so we can do this. We can, very good. No one we'll just try to deal with anyone that comes in here. Where could he have gone? Can't find him anymore. He disappeared. Oh, never mind. They actually found me. I was gonna keep talking shit about the eye too. And then it just schools me instead. That was not enough to insta-guard break you. You were already halfway dead as well. Fuck off, Barf. I miss excessively. Hey, a bunch of money. One at a time, at least. Come on, then. Well, I'll just take my loot then. Yeah, Panman knows. You can't mess with Panman. Is Gyobo's Broken Horn, famed horn spear once used by Gyobo Masataka Oniwa. Affixed to the shinobi prosthetic to create a prosthetic tool. The horn contracts to pull enemies in, also capable of stripping crude armor. When the horn was broken during the rebellion, Ishin praised it for its splendid shape, awarding Oniwa with the cross-bladed spear of Shuzen Tamura. Mate, nice spear there. Like, I really like your spear, it has a very lovely shape. Signed, Ishin. Not that I want to judge. Mate, could you just please do your retaliation thing so I can just get this over with, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Ultimately, I've just kind of ended up feeling sort of lukewarm about a lot of parts of Cult of the Lamb. Not the sort of game where I'm like, oh yeah, I can't wait to play many runs over this. Oh fuck, I thought that was gonna be enough, but I just balls it up. Like, in the actual gameplay department, neither the simulation part nor the like the base building, nor the roguelike gameplay were really that... Kinda going a stupid way, aren't I? Oh well, fuck it, we'll run into a shrine eventually. Yeah, neither of them were really that engaging to make me stick around. So I don't know. There is an item that we haven't grabbed yet. Interesting. So maybe that also adds to it that I'm not that excited about a small update. Where was that item? Is it below here? Who knows? Anyway, so there was some stuff here in this prison. First of all, we didn't even talk to this guy, did we? Who has moved here after we talked to him for the first time? Goodbye, ambience.
かすかに。だが、わしにはわかるぞ。まるで誰かを呼び泣いておるような。
Very long sword, this guy.
もしやこのわしをお主時折聞こえるぞ。なあ教えてくれ。わしを呼んでおるのか。どうした？ん？ああ、忍び殿か。音をたどり、ここまで参り申した。ほら、かすかに風に乗り、この先の穴底から調べが聞こえるでござろう。
Mate, I ain't hearing shit.
聞こえぬ。
そうか。わしにだけ聞こえるのか。まあ、務めなどもうよい。あの調べを追わねば。あの調べはわしを呼んでおる。そんな気がするのだ。
Well then, you get to believe whatever the fuck you want.
あの知らん。参考。
Bit of a weirdo. I don't remember what his, the options are for his quest line, honestly. Like, I don't remember what the various stages that it can end up with. Or if there even is multiple rather than just one. Anyway, hello.
お前さん、見投げされるのかい。
なんだと？
足名の底に行きたくば身投げをされるがよいじゃろう。あっちじゃ。足名の底はあっちじゃ。
I mean, sure. What's the worst that it could happen? I could die, I guess. I don't know, I don't think he needs anyone messing with him. He seems to be struggling enough by himself. This looks like there's gonna be a thing here at some point. Oh, you can go up there. I'm stupid. Man, I've forgotten so much about this game. It's pretty fun to actually re-explore those. I usually don't leave enough time between me playing stuff like Bloodborne or Dark Souls or whatever to really be surprised by areas and just completely not remember various bits and how to get to various bits. But Sekiro I'd only like thoroughly played through once all the way through, and it's been long enough and I've played enough other shit that it's actually mostly gone from my brain, which is interesting. Fun to actually be able to re-experience at least part of the exploration. Since, especially exploration is usually the sort of thing you can only ever do once. Yeah, fuck it, I'll just jump down. Pacifying agent, I think that's for removing fear and combating fear. Oh, this is this place, right, okay, yeah, I remember. This is not a good place. I don't think we want to be here just yet. Maybe we can't even do anything over here. Seems like we can explore a decent amount. I didn't remember there being so many options for where to go once you reach the main Ashina area. I think the game wants you to kind of go for the main plot at this point and then only afterwards start branching out and exploring. So I think we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but not that much, I don't think. Yeah, I don't want to do this just yet. Let's go and check out somewhere else. Right, so what do we have? We have Ashina Castle, we have this dungeon entrance, we have the reservoir. Within the dungeon itself, we have the bottomless hole that we just jumped down. I didn't jump down all the way. I wonder if we should try jumping down all the way just once. Open the antique map. Oh yeah, right. Do we have a proper map overview? Neat. We have the bell by the temple, we have the depths that we're currently in, and we have the Hirata estate, which is very separate from everything else, so that's not really something that we need to worry about, I don't think. Let's go over here. Oh yeah, you go through the waterway to get to the Senpo Temple, don't you? I'm kind of trying to map out, or at least have an oogle at the various different areas. Like, at least at the connecting pathways, and then when we see an area, I'm like, oh yeah, this area, and then we can do that later, basically. So, like, seeing the depths, I can go, like, oh yeah, I remember this place, we do that later, and then if we actually get to the Senpo Temple from here, then I can also just do the same here and say, hey, I remember this leads to the Senpo Temple, and then we just do that later. But for now, I will just continue exploring these one at a time. Surprise! I was gonna say, if you actually are not gonna react in time, then I will be very unimpressed with your cognitive abilities. Boy, no person. Yeah, more pacifying agent, very nice. More of that shot, so many items. We will re-explore most of these areas later, once we have some more stuff unlocked. Not quite in a Metroidvania sort of style, but we do get one or two things that we don't have access to just yet. What? I'm not sure what you're referring to. I guess I'll find out eventually. Yeah, I'm 99% confident at this point that this is where we get to Senpo Temple. So we'll unlock the shrine here and then we'll go back to the main area. That's not even all of the branches then. Like the main Ashina area, the Ashina Castle area, whatever the fuck it was called on the travel menu, has I think 4 paths branching off of it. We can go to the depths, we can go to Senpo Temple, we have... Who, me? I'd like to see you try. Oh, let's hug wall. Oh, never mind. So, I've learned a thing somewhat recently, which is pretty interesting for the understanding of this game. I don't know much about Buddhist teachings and the, like, religious aspects. I was monologuing. Please. Anyway, so I'm very heavily paraphrasing, and this is like, at best, third-hand information and that sort of shit, so don't take this too seriously. But I seem to remember learning that a lot of the Buddhist stuff is about living a certain way and behaving a certain way to, like, be reborn, to, like, death is a large part of the, like, the sort of cycle of life sort of thing that the Buddhist teachings go for. So basically these monks going out of their way to search for something like immortality isn't just like, oh yeah, of course people want to be immortal, but as far as like Buddhist teachings are concerned, this is possibly one of the most like heretical or bad things you could do. Like, it very actively goes against what that religion would teach you. Which is a fun little bit of extra context for the story and the fact that these monks are pursuing immortality, not just in the very bad way that we will soon find out how they attain their pseudo-immortality, but also just conceptually it's like really bad for them to do. Right, anyway, we'll do that a lot later, I reckon. Let's go back to Ashina Castle for now. Well, it's less that, like, the way I understand it at least, again, don't take anything I say as, like, gospel, fitting. But, like, the way I understand it is, like, dying and accepting that sort of shit is just a very major part of that. Like, generally religion seeks to, like, make you feel less bad about death, people dying, yourself dying, like, with the whole afterlife, or, in this case, like, maybe being reborn, sort of thing. Reincarnated or whatever. So, like, that's generally a big part of religion. Hello. So it's less about just like, oh yeah, we seek to avoid death entirely. It's more about like understanding and accepting death, seeing this as a part of life and like part of your spiritual path to enlightenment or whatever, or to like becoming a whole ass person. And like seeking out immortality, be that through the faith itself, which again it's not part of that faith, or through outside means, it's just very like perverted, which wouldn't be that big of a problem for your everyday bloke, but I mean a fucking temple of monks, which is like the religious institution. In that context, it's a little bit worse. Like, if your average soldier goes like, hey, I want to be immortal, sure, it's like, whatever, makes sense. But like, people that like preach and pray and have learned ways of, or teach ways for like accepting death and like the being reborn, reanimation, whatever, as some other being choosing to go against that is like extra bad for what that's worth. It's like if it took, for example, a like Christian monastery and like some Christian followers, and instead they go, oh, we now worship another god entirely, when a lot of Christianity is about like, oh, there's only like the one true god, and like having others, like false idols and whatever, is like super bad. But not just like your average day person decides, oh, I'm forming a cult and doing that, but rather like, no, it's the fucking Pope going out of his way to like pervert and twist the religion in that regard. Again, not really educated or informed enough to speak too much on the topic, just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was a neat little like addition to the like somewhat cultural thing that might be more easily noticed or understood in like Japanese areas or like in Asian countries in general, whereas on a Western audience that might be a little bit more lost. Wow, this is quite the attack that you got there, mate. Okay, that is pretty difficult to just spam parry there, like to time that correctly, but if you do, it builds up a lot of posture, so he does pretty quickly. I'm gonna start by trying to explore the roofs a little bit before I go down on the street level, because otherwise I might be ambushed from above. So just doing this like in chunks and looking down, seeing what there's to see. Probably a pretty healthy and safe way of going about it. Relatively safe anyway, given that it's this game and that we do tend to die every now and then. Weird little backyard with no proper access or like access point. Hello, sir. I didn't remember this guy at all. Can't be that skull if you see me. Oh.
やっぱりか。だったらよ、この辺りの侍どもを黙らせちゃくれねえかい。ちと下手こいちまってな。しつこく追われて参ってるんだ。まったく、足名の真面目侍どもめ。俺なんか追っかけてる場合じゃないだろうによ。
Sure, let's try to kill everyone. It's kind of my plan anyway, so not like he really had to tell me that, but I am in. Oops, wrong button. Don't mind me. It's only happened 80 times this fucking stream. Where do we even want to start? Which of these is the nastiest to take care of? Maybe the gunmate. Start with the gunmate. It didn't give me the warning once again, fuck, I was not ready. We do one of these. Ah, fuck, that reached further than I thought. Stupid spears and their range. You'd think a long, big, pointy stick wouldn't have as much range as it does, especially when people charge at you and try to very desperately thrust. Alright, Meus. Renowned and one stuffed full of iron to drown easier. Yes, that is exactly me. Welcome aboard, Aegis man. wait, what? Where do you use your crossbow when pressing R? Is that a Valheim bind that you toss items with R? I don't remember that being a thing. Oh, grounded. Yeah, I unbound the item toss thing in R. or just in general. Maybe I put that onto like P or something, completely Elswenge.
旦那、相当の手だれなんだな。助かったぜ。約束の礼だ。受け取ってくんな。
We get the Nightjar Beacon memo. A note on smoke signals used by Ashina Shinobi, the Grey Nightjars. Pale pink smoke signals are placed along the rooftops of Ashina Castle. These signals guide the Nightjar. The Ashen Feathered flock are surely the only ones to be able to follow such a trail.
じゃあな、旦那。縁があれば、また会おうぜ。
Well, that was not super useful information.
まだなんか用かい？あいにくと危ない場所では飽きわないのさ。命あってのなんとやらだ。縁があれば、またどこかで会おうぜ。
Right, bye. Yeah, like I said, I just unbound that button, like... Or at least put it somewhere completely different. There's not many instances where I felt the need to toss things in that game anyway. So, I don't know, having it be on such a prominent and usually important button as R seems like a really bad decision for default. Anyway, so now we know that we can follow these smoke signals to have a path up towards the castle, so we know that from there we can probably move on with life. But I want to explore the general area first, so we're gonna be doing that.
皆の衆、分かっておるな。来たるべきは芦名存亡の戦。一心様、そして芦名の民のために命を捨てて参ろうぞ。我らこそ芦名、不当の芦名衆よ。おう、芦名のために。
Very dramatic pause. Don't you guys disperse now after that rousing speech? Or do you just hang out here forever? Well, either way, there's a general among them again, and they have 2 health states, and they hurt very bad, and our supplies are really low, so we're probably gonna die here. I could try getting a death blow on them and then resetting by running the fuck away. So we'll see if that ends up working out. Bye. Good eye there on that sniper mid. I guess if anyone would have a good eye, it would be the sniper mid. How? Wait, what? How did you find me? Excuse you? General is down there. Wait, he got his health back from being reset, I see, so that's not how that works. Never mind then. Yeah, I'm a bit low on supplies to take on this entire group of enemies, so let's maybe start by exploring Elswenge once again. I think we come out there later at some point. And then there's a guy up here to fight at a later stage in progression. So for now we can just loot some scrap item, the possession balloon. Open this, so we have a shortcut all the way through. Might be useful. Okay, I think we'll go back to the shrine over here. So we can quickly rest, and then we try and deal with this big old group of enemies in the middle. I kind of want to go around the outside first, maybe start with an ambush from the rooftops again. I can get up here somewhere, which might not be the case actually, at least not for now. Never mind then. Man starts his speech, I leave, man stops. It's almost like he knows. Oh right, I have to fight you guys again. projectiles too. These projectiles are really awkward with the way they like, act like boomerangs and try to hit you on the way back rather than on the way out. Weird to keep in mind. Challenges my roughly 2 seconds attention span. Because I keep like forgetting or not wanting to pay attention for that long. Anyway, so let's go and start with another ambush. So I wonder if I should try starting with the death blow on the big one, so that the fight is easier afterwards, or if I should take out one of the small ones. I think all of those are gunmen, aren't they? Which will make this pretty annoying. We do have the... Oops. Come on, open the menu, please. We do have the spring-loaded firecracker to do the AoE thing. I think I just hold it, right? Yeah. Maybe we can take advantage of that. I think I start with a death blow on the big man, and then we try to cause some chaos and see how many we can go. I locked onto the wrong guy. Two drinks. Ah, fuck, almost had the death blow there. I'm surprised that didn't hit me. Ah, fuck. They were so staggered in their gunshots there. It was really bad. There we go. Get away with it this time. Fuck me. Being a little bit too greedy. Really? Do me a favor and please die, thank you. Oh, didn't I still jump into the things here? We'll keep doing that for now. Keep expecting him to do another attack after he does a little jumpy thing. That stance is pretty spooky, I need to be ready for that. Yeah, he just stops after his jump attack now then. I think a lot of enemies after the jump attack either do like a sweep or a thrust sort of deal. I think he's busy leashing. No, I missed, but that's a lot of posture recovered. I mean, his health is pretty low, so it probably doesn't matter. I think he's gonna run out of health at first anyway. Oh, wait, missed it. Ooh, the double. I parried the first one too, he just kept going. Ah, that was an awkward attack animation. We are exactly 3 streams in. Oh my lord. How was that not enough reach? Fucking stairs. Could you stop doing that, please? I'm worried about overcommitting whenever I parry him there, because earlier I did like 2 strikes in a row. Oh boy, that was bad. I saw how my character model was adjusted upwards a little bit for that finishing move there. Very nice. Okay, we made it. It only took us literally everything we had, but we made it. Pretty poor performance, but at least we got him. Okay, so on a more serious level, we did like a beginning, opening, tutorial-ish sort of area, and then we went on to a side path on the second stream and cleared the entirety of that. And now we're exploring like the most central bit of the game like this, like looking at the... Can I see the map from here? No, I need to do that at a shrine. Anyway, like this is basically the central area, and from here there's, I think, 4 paths that branch off of this place. And then we later come back here, and then there's some more stuff that opens up, so like the game is pretty big. I'd say we're roughly 10-15% in. It might speed up a little bit though, because I think a lot of these areas are a little bit more linear than the stuff that we're doing right now. I'm also going about it in a pretty awkward way, where I, instead of like deciding, okay, we do one thing and then we go for that, I keep just bouncing all over the place, quite literally to an extent. So we are not very far in at all. I should probably go rest instead of dying to that guy for no reason. Yeah, that was the hidden final boss, we just killed him. Him and his bunch of mooks. I find it really difficult to judge how, or to guesstimate rather, how deep into a game I am. Because, like, in my mind, certain sections feel longer than they are, if that makes sense. Like, I sometimes be like, oh yeah, that part isn't so long, and then I later look at the playtime and I was like, oh yeah, this actually is a lot longer. So even if I have an idea of how big an area is, it might feel like faster or shorter. So I really can't give a good estimation. But we're super early in, generally speaking. I thought you were saying the spammy bullshit. There you go. Man corners himself. Just keep backflipping. Jamie didn't quite fall off the roof, that would have been really funny. Is there a guy hidden on the other side here? No. Apparently not. I said we're early in the game, like look at this might be not even noon yet. Like what? 10? Something? I think you've been Nando's too much from various streamers doing that sort of shit. Where is that guy? He's on top of this building, isn't he? Yeah. Wonder how I got up here. Oh no, wait, he jumped down. He wasn't even ready for me, I could have backstabbed him. Fuck. Fucking long con with those boomerang. I wasn't implying that he was Nando's by me and so he's now Nando'sing me. I'm more implying that if you like watch people like DK too much, you end up with this innate urge to always just do silly buggers with people. You might say some dumb shit to do the funnies. Wow, that was quite the snipe there, mate. Good job. Thankfully I have self-res. It's pretty rough. I need to find a better way next time of doing this. Because I aggroed 2 of them, like both of them when I fought this guy up here. And I don't want to fight all of them at once, they're a little bit too annoying for them. Look at that shot. I couldn't lock onto him. I literally tried 3 times to move the lock on over to this guy. So I was just spamming parry in the opposite direction of where the guy was attacking me from. Very ignored. I think I need to try separating them again with this little ledge. Ah, fuck, I'm done. I was greedy there for the kill. This place is more awkward than I remember. I should probably use my shuriken or something. There's probably some tools that will make this a lot easier if I was actually not completely branded. Actually using this as appropriate. See if we can get over there without using up all of our healing. Really? I couldn't lock onto that or grapple that? Weird. Guess we'll have to take them all on anyway. Isn't there one on this one? Oh, he's behind that, actually. So, like I said earlier, usually the game doesn't just let you walk off cliffs. It doesn't make you fall. So I was like, okay, I'll just walk in this direction, even though I'm looking around. And then the game decides, nope, on this one you just walk off if you go for it. Get fucked. So I think one of you is over here, aren't you? I don't know. Guess I'm just universally wrong. Maybe one floor higher. This is where the smoke is. Why is the guy not hiding out here? What the fuck? Huh. Yeah, it's I think we just kind of do the same thing we tried a second ago. We try to ignore the toss mate and go for the other one, because as long as I use that corner of the building and maybe that little hump in the ground, I can probably avoid a lot of the projectiles without too much trouble. At least that's how it worked out for a moment there earlier, so... How am I not parrying that? Okay, so now the second one is also in a position to attack me, which is gonna make this very awkward. Oh, I was about to stab him. Okay, good, one down. Fuck, that hit me while sprinting, that worked. There you go. Yeah, the Oasis Tutor. Going absolutely nanos, alright, Mogman? Long time no see. Welcome back. Speaking of Nando's. Hey, welcome back. Hope everything is alright overall. Right, I think that was the... I was gonna say, I think that was the worst of it, as I immediately upset like 3 people. Yep, exactly 3 people. 4 people? Maybe 4 people. Anyway, I flee, bye. Please reset. Awesome. Guess I'll just keep ledge jumping like with the other guy. Oh, fuck me. Until I miss one fucking parry and just immediately get murdered. Oh, you're a seaman, that's alright. That would make sense. With having to dip for a while and then being back. Get stabbed out of the air, idiot. Fuck's sake. He moves backwards. Aww. He moves backwards just enough to avoid the attacks there, and then the others have exactly the perfect angle to hit me there. Okay, so this time let's do this a little bit more brain-utive than just upsetting every man in the game and then getting shot to death. Yeah, he goes pretty nuts. They're actually not that bad, I've just like fucked that up repeatedly. I'm playing really poorly overall. The multi-hitting attacks are actually pretty bad for enemies usually because, while on paper it looks like they might be harder to parry correctly, they do also punish themselves really hard by doing like 500 attacks a second, because every time you parry one of their attacks, you do a little bit of posture damage to them, so if you actually parry the entire like attack, like the entire, like all the hits in a row, they basically die immediately, so it's a bit of a double-edged sword. I wonder if I can actually get this guy done in without being spotted by the other one, but I reckon that's not really possible. He actually, wow, kept hitting me mid-air. So much for using the lich this time. Hot damn. Could you please go back to just tossing things? Man has given up on the toss lift. Zerg main now. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay, keep getting stuck on your jump back loop, that is very welcome. This is eating a lot of my healing flasks since I keep taking so much damage. This is still the best guy. I'm really bad at judging the distance right now. There they go, those were much better. Yeah, he has fun. Can I not target? Excuse you? It was a fucking full green circle for a second, and then I jumped back into roughly the same spot and it's not letting me. Well then, better to upset the regular foot soldiers here that can't follow me at all than all of the fucking knights are up here. Not like it takes a while to get back or anything. Right, let's try this again. Oddly specific spot. One of these. Yeah. Sound a bit like it was. Man, this guy has some eyeballs on him. He's not really dealing well with the M1 spam though. There should be one more, like obviously there's one hanging out over there, but we aggroed 4 people last time. Yeah, here's number 4. Oh, there's number 5 patrolling down there as well. Mate, that was... okay, never mind. I was gonna complain about that awkward jump direction, even though I was kind of feeling like I had pushed the stick in the right direction, but then the guy had perception minus 18, so we just got away with backstabbing him anyway. NVM, all is good. I mean, it's less face stab and more, oh, I run in front of him, oh, he did for some reason not notice me at all, so I do get to backstab him anyway. I don't remember where he triggers. I think out here on this ledge where the bird nest is. My lord, that went further than I thought. Alright then. Guess I'll die. That's not a good trade for me. Can I please not fuck up my spacing? Just once on my list. Well, shucks. We have the thing though, don't we? The dosing medicine, there we go. He dropped some oil, fittingly enough. He also had a mate what exploded himself, or tried to explode himself on us, so we definitely avoided that by just being murdered by the other guy. I mean, when you're immortal, as in like you come back after death, you have so many tactics available to you. We actually found an item earlier that I didn't talk about at all because we were busy with stuff. That is this one right here. The Bite Down, secret shinobi drug, blue in color. When times call for death by one's own hand, samurai turn their swords on themselves as a matter of pride, while shinobi demand a swifter means. Simply crush on the back of teeth to die. Nothing more is required. Resurrection is not limited after use. So we actually legitimately have an item that we can just pop to kill ourselves, which is pretty funny. I've never really had a situation in which it was actually useful. Like, I've usually only ever had that happen to me accidentally, where I die and then enemies reset and then I start backstabbing them because they forget about me. Finding a situation where you want to do that actively is pretty hard in my opinion, but hey, it's a cool concept, and I like when games, or stories in general, try to actually take advantage of that. I think there was a bloke in Naruto, a bad guy, that is effectively invincible, and his fighting style and his techniques actually work in favor of that. Like, he uses that to his advantage, which I thought was really cool. Like, oftentimes stories don't really put people that have those kind of weird powers into positions where they take advantage of that, and in this case, Wolf being able to pop a poison pill to end himself, to deceive enemies and make him think that he had died, is a really neat little way of using his immortality, I'd say. Anyway, the bull was a fiery, rampaging beast and nothing more. In the last great war, the corpses of Ashina samurai piled high. Something had to be done. Yeah, I mean, it's like in Dota. Death is the strongest spell in the game, so just die, everything will be fine. Now, instead of progressing here, though, we could go down to the little... Well, never mind. I thought if I hit him, I would stagger him out of his suicide attack. I was wrong. Anyway, I want to go down here, I think. I wonder if these guys chase me. I'm assuming so. Maybe not. I think there's some minor loot to be gained down here as well. There's basically stuff everywhere. Yeah, sort of for lizards. I mean, they do spit poison at you, even if you don't do anything to them. It's not like just self-defense, they are also actively trying to get you done in. Your fancy little twirly jump back blocked move is not really helping you out very much, though, mate. See if there's anything on the side of here, of this wall. On the side of here, yes, that is definitely very competent England. I think we can eavesdrop those guys. Not open from this side, that's a shame. Oh, it's this spot. I remember this spot. Because we have one of these fuckers, the spearlets that we saw earlier in the hero tested. Kind of a pain in the ass, but we do have the Mercury counter. And I think I can jump death blow him here. Yeah, there we go. Happened again there, where I try to hoover up the loot, and instead my character, in this case, humps a wall rather than Just grabbing it. Don't remember what kind of guy you are, but you look slightly tough.
塩が足らぬと思うか。
I can provide salt.
食うのはもちろんですが、傷口や仏さんの清めにも入りようでして。これだけ人死にが続いては、ということじゃな。おかげで戦場病にかかる者も多ございます。そうか。なんとかして塩を手に入れねばな。
Find a way to get some salt. I don't remember if that actually hints at something specific. I cannot remember at all. Anyway, so much for the big guy. I think we upset a spearman to the left of us as well, but we should be fine. Oh, that's another gunman. Closer. Wait, didn't get stuck on the corner. He also missed facing this, everything is good. All's well that ends well. I kind of want to get onto this very tall ledge with the item over there. I guess we have to climb over the gate and then go to the left. There's something to grapple onto, or do we have to do something weird like this? That was very weird thanks to the camera. Can I not grab that, excuse you? That is not quite levels, it's skill points. Every time that bar fills up, you get a skill point to spend on a not so great variety of skills. So it's kinda levels, but they don't affect your stats or anything, it's just you get to unlock more shit. Right, so this is another of the branching paths right here. I don't know if there's a shrine here. Kinda wanted to climb back on top of the thing, but I'm being clumsy. Excuse you. There we go. See if I can find a shrine. I mean, that's a little hot. Let's go and check this out as well. I would ideally like to find a shrine here so that we can say, okay, here's another branch, and we can just leave it at that and then go back to the main area. But if I can, like, not find one, that'd be a little bit awkward. So this place has monkeys. Like that guy. Currently legging it. These ones aren't particularly cute, unfortunately, but in general, I completely agree. Fucking body slam. Might even be apes, I don't know. They kind of look and act a little bit more like monkeys to me. But they don't have the long tail, which is the one way I know of distinguishing the two. So who can really tell? Some kind of creature. So is there a guy here just yet? Or is that for later? Seems to be for later. Oh, we do have a shrine as well. Mibu Balloon of Spirit. Yeah, I think if we come back here later, during a bit further down the progression of the game, we'll have a mate here waiting to do all this. At least that's what they seem to remember. Right, so we could go over here and then it goes along this ravine. A lot of climbing, a lot of jumping. Leads into another area, but we don't need to be there just yet. Area is certainly a way of saying that. See if there's something up here, and if not, we just fuck off again. Never mind. I don't know, DK would probably just go up to them and say oog, and I don't think these monkeys speak the same sort of language. Or apes or whatever. Right, so we have 5 skill points. So the way it works, since you seem to not know this game, which gives me opportunity to explain it, and I like explaining shit, you acquire over the course of the game these sacred text, basically, these esoteric text for various schools of combat, basically, and you can use skill points to buy various things in them. They're like little skill trees that you pick up over the course of the game. Some of them give you passive benefits, some of them give you like techniques, so these ones you can equip one of them at a time and then execute them. The yellow ones are passives, and the blue ones are new things that you can do that are not these special active things. So there's a little bit of stuff you can choose to unlock, and there's a bit of strategy for in which order you want to unlock them, or if you want to unlock them at all. It's been a while since I last played Devil May Cry. I last played Devil May Cry 3 roughly what feels like 20 years ago, which is not correct, but it feels like it. So I can't quite remember, but probably. We currently have 3 sacred texts. We have the Shinobi Ords, which are the one we've invested in the most. This is a good example of a skill you can learn. This is the Mikiri counter. I should maybe not start with this one if I haven't explained the combat system. Basically, the game has... the enemies, instead of just attacking you regularly and you just dodging that or parrying that, there are 3 types of special attacks they can do. They can do sweeps, grabs, and thrust attacks. Sweeps you want to jump over, grabs you want to run away from or just dodge away from, but you really gotta get away from them, basically. And thrust attacks you can parry, but only at the very end of it. Like, the timing is pretty strict, basically. This skill, however, the Mikiri counter, allows you to dash into someone when they're trying to do a thrust attack on you, and then you counter their thrust by stomping on their spear or whatever the fuck they're using, which is much, much, much easier than trying to do the parry. So that's the sort of thing you can, like, learn with the skill system. This stuff here makes our stealth a little bit better, makes it so that people don't see us as much and hear us as much. This one allows us to parry shit in mid-air, which is also pretty nice. So those sort of skills. Not generally anything mandatory. You can absolutely play this and beat this without buying any of these skills, but pretty nice to have, a lot of them, so worth investing into. Right, I'm gonna keep these remaining skill points. Well, let's go back to Ashina Castle then, since we... which of these is it? Wait, what? Oh, here it is, the antechamber. Yeah, our arm got cut off at the start of the game. We had a duel with a certain man called Genichiro, and we lost, so he cut off our arm and left us to die, and then some other dude found us and was like, here, have this. So we woke up with this wooden magical prosthetic attached to our arm, which we can use to store tools in. So we can use it to either throw shurikens, or in this case firecrackers, or we can load a spring-loaded axe in them. Then we can use those as, like, special attacks, and there's some upgrades and stuff you can do with it. Actually, I should interact with that system a bit more. I haven't done that much this playthrough. But anyway, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom because my body is yelling at me, so let me quickly go take a break. Be a bit. What a lovely noise I left you with. I'm sure you guys were enjoying that a lot. Let me turn that off for a moment while I tab out and get rid of the message. Right. Here we go. Actually, I just remembered that we probably should quickly go back to the dilapidated temple. We can improve our Estus Blast by 1 charge, so we should go and do that. Makes life a little bit easier, since we kept running out. Oh, we also have a cure for the Dragon Rod, which probably is something Emma wants to talk to us about.
狼殿、よく参られました。
Talk.
調べのため、物資ど
Oh yeah, right, we still need to do a blood sample from someone. I had multiple opportunities to do that and I just didn't. I guess we'll go and sort that out as well. Anyway, here I have a gourd seed.
では、
Boy. Travel. We should go here. The old lady here was coughing her lungs out, so we can probably get a blood sample here without too much effort. And then we go back again. Hello.
お主も竜外に。
ミコ、サム、ミコ。
That really does not sound very healthy.
喋るな。
どっちだ。
Take coughed up blood sample.
血をもらうぞ。
There you go.
これをエマ殿に。
We could have done this earlier, but the thing is, so the way it works, since like it's been a while since I streamed this, so I should probably explain it. The way it works is the more you use your like the more you die, basically, the more your master, so Kuro, the divine child, has to use the resurrection power or whatever to keep you guys alive, like the player alive, and as a result, it effectively like infects others with Dragon Rod. It sort of drains their energy and makes them deathly sick, apparently. So we're trying to research that and find a cure for it as well.
狼殿、
手に入れた。
血の塊ですね。見せてください。物資殿のものと同じように、血の色がわずかによどんでいる。だがこれは、
足りるか。
おそらくは、これで竜害の調べを進めます。また戻った時に解を得ていること、期待していてください。
Sounds like we should quickly reset the area. Good thing we have a tool just to do that, or to do just that. Poof. Does that count? I hope that counts.
待っていました。
It does.
分かったのか。
はい。解を得ました。竜害の源。それは血のよどみです。
何故血がよどむ。
あなたはたとえ海星の力が尽きていたとしても、いずれ蘇っています。代わりの力をどこかから奪っているのでしょう。
竜害になったものからか。
おそらくは竜害になったものは人が人として生きるための当たり前の力を奪われています。故に血がよどむのでしょう。
どうやって直す。
奪ったものを返せばいい。これを受け取ってください。
Got a dragon's blood droplet. Dragon's blood droplet. Apparently that's tough to say. And now we have the recovery charm. With this charm, one can offer a dragon's blood droplet at a sculptor's idol to restore all afflicted with dragon rod back to health. The charm contains the dragon rod victim's blood, which Emma managed to purify and solidify into a bloodstone. So we can upgrade our weapon with bloodstones. Dragon rod restoration. Yes, we've just read that. Thank you. Gum. So now we go to Dragon Rod Restoration. Use up one of the charms, or the droplets rather, and now Dragonrod is healed from everyone. Everyone's back to health. Very fine. Anything to say about that?
物資殿の流害治ったようです。
ああ、
これを物資殿に渡してください。
Sake? A bottle of Ashina sake given by Emma. Sake is a drink meant for sharing. While it does not contain water from the fountainhead, it is made from the purest of waters and is a drink beloved by the people of Ashina.
これは
あの人の好きなお茶です。回帰祝いに良いでしょう。
Right then, let's have a drink with the sculptor. Right, mate?
お前さん、どうやら古い記憶が目覚めたようじゃな。
ああ、巫女様を見た。
そうかい。司祭は聞かぬし、語りもするな。見えたものは己のうちに留めておくもんじゃ。
Let's ask him what the Buddha showed him.
武士殿はそこの仏で何かが見えたのか。
お前さん、人の話を聞いてたか。
どうなのだ。
炎じゃ。
炎。
何を備えようともそれしか見えん。一面の芦名を焼き尽くすような炎。
それは
この話はしまいじゃ。わしが掘る仏はどうやったって怒り顔だ。業深い者はそうなる。お前さんもいつか掘ってみればわかるだろうさ。それで何か用か。
I don't... Maybe this is new.
流院、そう呼ばれる特別な地があるという。主の主はそれを持っておる。ゆえに付け狙われる。お前さんの体が妙なことになっておるのもそのせいかもしれぬな。
Right, let's present the Shinobi prosthetic and get a new tool. We have the loaded spear now. Unleashes far-reaching thrust attacks. Lighter enemies struck by the spear may be dragged towards the wielder. Those of a large build will at times force themselves into poorly fitting armor. Such armor could be torn clean off. Coined by Gyobu as armor stripping. Ding. Now we have something new, and we have a bunch of upgrades probably to do if we want to. Store energy into spring mechanism and use it from its momentum for successive and relentless thrust attacks. Ready your spear and rush straight ahead, eh? We can upgrade the flame thingy. Also be charged. Sure, let's do that. Tier 4 information is now unlocked. Spiral spear. Yeah, these ones aren't super difficult to get. It's a bit of money and then some materials that you find over the course of the game. You can farm both money as well as materials, so these ones you basically will eventually be able to buy and get all of them. For the skill points, you're a little bit more limited. You're usually not gonna get that many skill points over the course of a playthrough. The way it worked out for me, this game has 4 different endings, and when I first played it, I did like 3 New Game Plus cycles to get all 4 endings in a row, basically. And there's also an achievement for getting all skills unlocked. And after I had done all 4 endings, I still had to grind a little bit to get the remaining skill points needed to get the last couple skills. So for skill points, you're a lot more limited and actually have to like think about that for a little bit. But for the prosthetic tool upgrades, from what I remember, it's not that difficult to get the ones that you want. That being said, I'm notoriously really bad at getting these... I would say, like, using these sort of extra tools. I usually very much play in roughly the most basic way possible by just, like, attacking, parrying, dodging, whatever, like, the basic gameplay rather than using these tools very much. So I couldn't even tell you which of these are good or interesting. It's also, like, partially because I don't remember, because it's been so long, but, like, I don't really see myself focusing on these too much, so I don't really have anything in mind that I want to specifically go for. But either way, I think that's gonna be it for now with the upgrades. Let's give you a drink. Oh yeah, we also have the unrefined sake that we found earlier. Let's start with the Ashina then. Well, depends on how you want to see it. Like, one playthrough being up to New Game +3, and then this one is 3 years down the line of not playing this and like harder difficulty and shit like that, so. Anyway.
うまそうな茶じゃ。もらうとするか。しみれ。こいつを飲んでると、エマの父を思い出す。エマ殿の父上とは道元。あいつは、希代のクス師だった。そして、からくりにも明るい。いや、からくりバカの息か。ちとふざけたやつだが、わしの恩人よ。ああ、お前さんの恩人でもあるぞ。どういうことだ？腕を失ったわしに、道元が作ってくれた。今は、お前さんの左腕にあるそいつをな。もっとも義手作りも初めは思うようにいかず、幾度も幾度も作り直してくれた。どうした？忍び義手をまともに動かす修練じゃと言ってな。エマにせがまれ、駒やら何やら掘らされたものじゃ。そうしたことを重ね、忍びの牙と呼べる代物となった。いわば、忍び義手は、道元の忘れがたみじゃ。忘れがたみ。随分と経つ。忍びを捨てたわしじゃが、それだけは捨てられなんだわ。
Yeah, I mean, I'm very well experienced in the art of dying repeatedly, so you definitely are gonna get experienced gameplay. On a more serious note, this is easily my least competent Soulsborne game, I reckon. Although Demon's Souls probably even less so because I've only ever played that once, but the like the rest of the games I've played a shit ton of, but like this one I don't know, it doesn't have as much replay value, if you will, because it's so limited in what you can do. Like, the Souls games are generally really broad with how you want to approach them and different, like, kind of games you can make and stuff like that. Games, yes, brain. Different builds and stuff that you can make, and it ultimately, like, gives it a lot of variety. So, like, replaying them with different ways and, like, seeing how the story plays out differently and that sort of shit in some minor ways is ultimately very fun. I can play the Souls games, like, on release multiple times in a row without too much issue, but for this one, there's only really one way of playing it, which is fine because they made that way really, like, I don't know, they kind of honed it to perfection, basically. But it is very limited in scope, so going through the game over and over again, since it doesn't have any sort of randomness or whatever really to it, I don't know, it doesn't have the same, like, I'll play this over and over. Whereas the other Souls games I can always just go back to and play them. Whereas this one I don't know, isn't as replayable, so I haven't played this one as much, is basically the main point, and it's also notoriously really fucking difficult. It's very precise with its timings and shit like that, so... Oh, and we've also, like, turned it to, like, mega hard, so that's also gonna be making this a little bit harder. So, yeah, least experienced Souls game. Yeah, I heard there was a good emulator for it. I never really got around to doing it. I don't know why, I've not been really in the mood to replay Demon's Souls either. I played it through once all the way, like 1.5 times I'd say, on a PS3 that I borrowed from a friend, but I don't know. It wasn't really... Like, I enjoyed it, I thought it was fun, but I don't have the desire to play it, like, more, basically. At least not for now. Maybe I'll replay it at some point. But, yeah, anyway, let's listen to more lore from this man, since alcohol definitely seems to loosen his tongue.
酒を持ってきた。もらうとしよう。
Nah, what's the one that I played the least? Just, for not having a PS3. I actually own the game even though I don't own a PS3.
口に合わぬか。
いや、うまい。じゃが、傷がうずくのよ。
その左腕か。
この酒を好きなお方に切り落とされたのじゃ。
それは
一心様よ。
何故一心様が。
切ってくださったのじゃ。飲まれかけたわしのためにな。
何に飲まれかけたのだ。
シュラ。まあ信じるか信じないかはお前さん次第じゃが、せいぜい気をつけな。シュラの影にな。
A cup of refilling plus 3 or something?
牙の形を増やしたきゃ、せいぜい人具を探すこったな。乗りかかった船じゃ。仕込むことだけはしてやろう。
Alrighty then. Right, let's put the spear on, maybe over the axe. See what that looks like. Very fine. Very Bloodborne-esque sound effects on the animations as well. Right, I guess we'll go back to the antechamber and progress for a little bit. But yeah, I've played Demon's Souls, like, not nearly as much as I've watched it, but I did want to play it at some point, so I borrowed a PS3 from a friend, but that didn't last very long, so I only got to beat it like once. Fucked around a little bit more in it, and I basically stopped. I don't know why I'm not super interested in playing it. Also, like, when the remaster released on PS5, I don't own a PS5, and I don't think I'll ever will, but I also wasn't really interested in, like, watching people play it, or like, it didn't make me want to get a PS5 just to play it either. I don't know, I'm kind of fine with not having easy access to Demon's Souls. Whereas, like I said earlier, the Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 and 3 and Bloodborne, those games I, for some reason, can play over and over without too much issue. But this one and Demon's Souls, I guess, I'm fine with just having played once. It's just a little rougher on the edges, maybe. I don't know. They really refined that system in Dark Souls in so many ways, some big, some small. Which is weird. Again, it's not a bad game. I don't know. It's hard to describe why. Maybe I should play it again just to sort my thoughts on it. Anyway, so we're sneaking through the castle now. There's a lot of ways where we can, like, get around people and ambush them, which is very nice, because these guys are actually sort of tough. You can also just run out in the open and get caught. I didn't realize that there was two of them in a row there. Ouch. I swear I parried that, excuse you. Maybe also on the dash animation. Ooh, wow. Having these two at the same time is a bit too difficult to deal with, I must say. Yeah, I had played it, I think, before Dark Souls 2 came out, and even though I like really liked Dark Souls 1 at the time, like I was still like actively playing it and like I was really in the mood for it. I ended up like telling a friend of mine as well that hadn't played it that it was ultimately my favorite of the bunch. Like that I preferred it over Dark Souls, and mostly because of like the story and the world and stuff. Like gives it the atmosphere. It's really good in that department. Not sure I'd quite say that it hasn't been replicated. I think Bloodborne has it beat in almost every way, but Bloodborne is also a very different kind of game, different kind of story. Man, these two at once, with one of them always doing the thrust with very long range and shit, is actually really rough. I should probably play this a little bit more defensively and fish for the thrust attack for the easy maker counter. No. It has more range than I think. I always like backdash to avoid it, but then I'm not getting anywhere. I should probably also focus the like small lad first. Wow. Hey, I burned that again. Nice. Hey, I actually hit him this time. Ah, fuck, he kept going. My bad. Yeah, if you can get a cheap one at some point, I'd really recommend. I mean, obviously I'm a pretty big fan of the series, so take that with a grain of salt, but I would really recommend trying to play Bloodborne at some point, especially if you don't know that much about it. I assume by now, if you have been interested in the game, you've probably watched people play it and shit like that, but I really, like, Bloodborne is easily the best on the series, in my opinion, including Elden Ring. They all do different things really fucking well, but, like, Bloodborne is just, I don't know, by far my favorite. Yeah, I don't think that's ever gonna happen, personally. Hey, fine approach. I'll not talk about it too much then. But yeah, this game is, in my opinion, like again, all the Souls-S games are really good in certain regards, and this one is the one that I think has the best purely mechanical combat, like the most in-depth system, the most well-executed actual straight-up combat system in the series, the most like clean mechanical challenge. I don't love the lore or whatever all that much, like I don't really care too much about it in this game. Also not my favorite kind of style. I'm fine with the samurai and shinobi and like feudal Japan sort of stuff. Like it's fine, but it's not necessarily something I actively seek out or go for. So maybe that also factors into it a little bit. But like in terms of actual gameplay and the way the combat systems work, I think it's the best. Like it's the most well executed. Yeah, to me it's worth it for the actual like gameplay of it. Yeah, but same with Rise. I think it's like it's fine. That said, I also don't actively dislike it. I wasn't trying to give the impression that like, oh fuck, I hate this and I play it in spite of that. Like no, it's just it isn't a plus point for me. Whereas I vibe with like Elden Ring or Dark Souls or whatever much more. That's much more my cup of tea in that regard. So less like, oh fuck, I hate this, and more the others just do it a little bit more for me. Okay, you don't actually fight me. Oh, there's this. Wow, there's a lot of these guys. Okay, let's maybe. I pressed the wrong button again. Fuck me. Why do I keep doing that? Yes, log on to the guy that's furthest away. Thank you, Wolfman. Ooh, that was a really fast attack. Perfectly timed, actually. Doing a thrust as your counter attack, that's pretty mean. Let's open this so we can maybe deal with this better later. Actually, we can maybe use this big room to split them up a little bit. I need to find a good way of dealing damage to them without being hit in the process. So I can start like slowly chipping away at them. The fact that he always goes into the thrust afterwards is really difficult to get used to. Because my muscle memory is at this point like, oh, I just dodge afterwards, or I'd rather go into a parry. So having to not go into the parry, let's say, just gets screwed. Difficult to get used to. Ah, fuck. Let's try this here. Ooh, I hit the other guy, that was good. Does that kill you, maybe? Come on, please. I actually parried that. No, I tried to go into the finishing move, but I was still in the parry thing. God damn it. Yeah, fuck. That was unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go to the Ashina School of Combat, I guess this is the look that you have to deal with. Can't be Ashina, bro, if you don't make yourself look like all the others. Oops, I didn't mean to do that before. Thank you, screen. I love to not be able to see what my opponent is saying. Excuse you? I fucking pressed the button. Game. Once again? Okay, I guess the timing is just much earlier for this than the other attacks. Okay, that one I didn't press in time because I was still putting my drink down. Wait, he still continued with his attack. I thought he was gonna stagger from that, because earlier they staggered when I did that. Okay. Let's actually not just press random buttons and then take a drink while resurrecting oneself. Fuck's sake. Dude, that fucking thrust as a counterattack is so rude. Every time. I just cannot predict it, because, like, the other option is that very quick side swipe that they do. Like that one. So for that one I have to parry really early, but then if I do that, then I get completely screwed by the thrust. Yeah, again. Like, if I don't press it, they do the fucking quick one, which I would normally parry, and if I do it, then they fucking go for the thrust and I fucking die. I guess I just can't get parried, so I should stop pressing the issue so much. Yeah, it's a lot easier if I don't press the issue. I guess we learned something. Okay, everyone's in a weird position now. Let's quickly go reset. Yeah, so to explain what I mean with the high difficulty thing, once you've beaten the game at the very start of it, you can, like in the first tutorial sort of area, you can give away a protective charm that you spawn with that you didn't even know you had on your first playthrough. And if you do that, the game gets harder in two ways. I think the stats of enemies get better, and most importantly, you can, like, when you block regularly instead of parrying, you still take some chip damage, and the like the health and posture bar of enemies gets bigger, so that's like kind of annoying. But this, like, the chip damage thing really forces you to actually parry instead of just blocking. Also, I think the posture damage they inflict is also greater, so you can't just sit there and hold the button down. That alone makes the game much more intense in a lot of ways, because you, like, a lot of times without that you can just hold down the button, and when you're scared it's gonna be fine. Like, you can block a lot of shit, and eventually you might get guard broken and maybe take a hit or something, but overall you're gonna be fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. But with this mode active, if you do block, your posture increases so much that you very quickly stagger it, you're not gonna be fine, and also the chip damage is so high that for certain attacks you may as well not even be blocking in the first place. So that's the number one thing that we do. The second thing, there's a bell you can ring. It is accessible fairly early in the game if you know what you're doing. And the bell basically gives you a demon sort of debuff thing, like you are cursed by the bell demon. And that makes it so that enemies give you more rewards, like more money and more skill points, but everyone is slower. and these stack. I'm not sure if necessarily like multiplicative or whatever, but those together make enemies really, really tough overall. It's like it makes the first new game cycle, like if you do that on the very first one, makes it really, really hard overall. So it's a bit of a difficulty spike. And the first thing I did was to, of course, activate both of those. Red Dog? Yeah, I think that's also a pretty good way of going about it overall. Okay, let me lure you deeper into this room. Maybe we can manage to not upset literally every man in the game. That'd be nice. These guys are a lot easier if you don't press the issue too much. Just let them do their thing. Oh, did the old lady actually manage to leave the room this time? Oh, she wasn't even there. Never mind. Sorry. I'm here for murder and murder I will. Right, so 2 more assholes over here. Let's see if we can do something about that. Oh, maybe I can even eavesdrop. Maybe not. Slowest attack known to man. There you go. Break all your bullshit. There's another little side path, but this one does not go into an entirely new area, so we can quickly go over here and explore those. Ideally in one go if I manage to not die to these 3 nitros. Lights off. How do I not die here? I don't think I can pull them individually. I think if I hit them, they're gonna all 3 aggro and approach. I don't think I can sneak behind this guy on the left without being spotted. We could try one of those, yeah. Where is the Quranic shard? Okay, never mind. I was not even in range. Yeah, this game is a proper little stealth game. Not proper as in like the most in-depth mechanics. They're fairly basic overall, but it does have stealth mechanics and it does have some tools you can use for it, which is pretty cool. Apparently, it's a lot like the game Tenchu for the PlayStation 1, which I never played myself, so it's just other people having said this and me just regurgitating it. But apparently it's very similar in its stealth gameplay. It was actually a direct inspiration as well. Fuck's sake. I tried to push the issue there to get him down, but apparently he had another magic pixel of health, so I couldn't get into the death blow. Yeah, so I don't like stealth games all that much. So for me, the fact that they're fairly rudimentary stealth mechanics rather than anything like elaborate and complicated is definitely a good thing in my opinion. It's not the sort of stealth where you're sitting there like, okay, I gotta learn the patrol routes and I gotta wait for people to do this and that and so on and so forth. It's much more, hey, if you put in a tiny bit of effort, you can make a lot of encounters a lot easier by either taking out a key opponent or like weakening them before the fight starts. Like, most of these enemies, even the stronger ones, you can get a, like, stealth kill, or, like, a stealth death blow sort of thing on, which will either outright kill them for the regular ones, or if they have multiple health states, then you can take out one of their lives immediately, basically. And that's just rewarding enough that it feels like it's worth doing. But it's not so involved that you're like, oh fuck, I gotta really, like, take it super slow. You can absolutely fight everyone normally and just go very aggressively. See what our reward is. Anyone being sneaky around here? Seems like not. Eel liver. I should have read that description instead of just clicking away. I think that's anti-lightning protection thing. Yeah, greatly reduces the amount of... Actually, a miraculous drug capable of banishing lightning, offered at the Ashina clan altar. Greatly reduces the amount of damage received from lightning attacks, as well as the shock status abnormality. Lightning is a force of the gods. Eels, while small, are a relative of dragons. Relatives of dragons. Even a god's force can be suppressed, though probably not for long. pellets. I think there's a dude up here. Or is that a different room that I'm thinking of? Oh, Ishin's letter. I have this bad habit of just clicking away items because for some reason, that's one of the weird things in this game. They made it so that every time you pick up an item, even if it's just something regular that you've already found, it will just always give you that text pop-up like, oh, you found a bag of money, congratulations. So I just have this habit of always clicking away the items, even if I shouldn't. So here we have Ishin's letter, a note left by Ishin in the watchtower. Perhaps Emma knows his current whereabouts. Dear Emma, the Yoshina Castle gate has grown loud with the sound of scurrying. The Tango will see to the rats, worry not, says Ishin. We've met the Tango before, so maybe that's him. Man seems to be a bit of a badass. So now we're outside. Carp jumping over a waterfall, yeah. There is swimming in this game as well. Not sure if I've done such a thing since you were around. Oh yeah, this is where the guys, I think that's just a bloke standing here for a little duel, maybe? Maybe that's in a second? I don't know. Anyway, let's listen to Kuro and Emma.
エマ殿、あれは一体何なのです？
落ち水、そう呼ばれています。
あれがアシナの秘策だというのですか？
はい、飲んだ者は生中には死なぬ。いえ、死ねぬようになります。そして落ち水もまた。
その源は流院にあるというのだな。
はい。
エマ殿、私には流院が尊いものだととても思えぬ。
Very minor thing, but I think it's pretty funny how they go from looking at each other to have that little dialogue to back to default staring straight ahead animation at the end of that conversation there. Like, okay, we've said our lines, time to go back into staring off into the distance. Yeah, it's understandable to be a little bit hesitant at first. Right, so here we have another sculptor's idol. Very fine. Let's rest as well. Maybe we have enough points to learn the thing I want to learn. Nope, we don't. Never mind. I mean, spooky, scary Fisk in a fucking Souls game. Oh yeah, right, this guy. I remember this guy now. Oh, he did it in the follow-up. Ah, I'm slow, fuck my life. Shadow Tower Abyss. Huh. What game is that? Violent Poison. Oh, is that a console game? I thought I saw a video about that the other day. Is that the, like, sort of Spelunky-esque area? Instead of going down, you climb a massive tower or something? With, like, a lot of weird shit? Oh, never mind. Right, so let's not get fucked by this guy. And my reaction speed is just fucking complete potato. How did that second one not become parried? What the fuck? How did I parry the first one and not the second one? Okay, I am... Wow. Oh, fucking hell. My brain is not functional enough for this shit. Oh my god. Interesting. I'll look into it at some point. I was interested in general in looking at some of the older FromSoft games, like maybe Kingsfield and Armored Core. I think Armored Core's got a remaster right now, isn't it? Oh fuck, he does other shit as well. fuck me, I'm so slow. Yeah, I was curious to see what it like plays like, what it's like. Oh my god, he just fucking tanked it. I would love to have a nuclear bomb prosthetic tool. It'd actually be so OP on someone like Wolf. Just use your first life to drop a nuclear bomb on someone, wait until the explosion is over, get back up, lol, got him. That would be such a sick strat. So, alright lady, welcome aboard. Hope you're ready to watch me die roughly 500 times, because we're about to do that, I have a feeling. Look at my reactions actually working for a change. Very good. There you go, sorted. Interesting, I'll look into it. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, not sure you can call it carpet bombing, unless you mean by you dropping to the carpet. Like you drop down to the ground, the bomb explodes, you get back up afterwards. Carpet bomb. Anyway, hanging scroll of an old battle. Ghost once lurked on the lands of Ashina. The ghost's lightning was of the Fountainhead gods, unstoppable by normal means. Avoid ground, reverse the lightning. So this is a very... like... okay, we're getting a tutorial as well. If one is standing on the ground, lightning surges through them, making movement impossible. But if one is struck while in the air, the lightning can be dispelled from the body and sent at an enemy instead. LB when hit by lightning in air to charge, RB before landing to lightning reversal. This is a very weird mechanic. I think there's like 3 instances in the game where you can even make use of it to begin with. And it's kind of weird. I think most people can go through this game without ever actually taking advantage of it. We're gonna meet a boss here that will be using lightning at some point. And if we do it correctly, we can basically take his charge and toss it back in his face. Make life a little bit easier. Right. So, those are a little taste of a cheeky mini-boss. Let us go upstairs then to the proper boss. Hope there's no Nitro around. I think you can just get up here without too much issue. And then it's cutscene time.
おじい様のご様子はどうだ。
一心様は命を保っておられるのが不思議なほどです。
そうか。巫女よ、もう一度言う。不死のちぎりを俺と結べ。
できませぬ、源一郎殿。たとえひとたび敗れるとも、命を落とし、主を必ず取り戻す。
Well, it's evil, so much to risk their life, we can just come back to life.
我が忍びなれば。
お迎えに参上いたしました。
Yeah, no durability issues with the Kusabimaru.
お待ちくだされ。
なるほどな。貴様を殺しきらぬ限り、流印を我が手にはできぬようだ。
ナイル。
忍びよ、再び間にえよう。
I can't help but like I can't take Genichiro seriously with the way he looks. He looks like my fucking character in Neo when I have a random assortment of green or blue armor pieces assembled. I don't know, something about this style just does not work for me ever. Ah, that was the thrust. Fuck, I autopiloted into the jump to avoid the sweep. Oh, I am very reactions today, as I demonstrated earlier. Anyway, so we have a rematch here with Big Man Genichiro. Again with the thrust. I am so blind. Okay, I need to be able to... I need to learn that tell at some point. I don't know what that attack was. I don't remember seeing that. It will kill me as many times as it needs for me to take the win. Okay, recognize this as win. I wonder if I should do 2 attacks. Back to the ground with you. Probably speed this up a little bit by going fast. Very wise statement right there. Can speed it up by going fast. You've probably heard this for the first time ever. Could be a loading screen tip in a racing game. Improve your times by going fast. Kind of fucked that up. He missed a lot of times there for some reason, so he's flailing my weapon. Right, 1 down. Nice aim, dude. He keeps doing the thrust rather than the sweep. I'm very surprised. I'm used to him doing the sweep for some reason. Yeah. Wait, he didn't do the full thing. Never mind. Fuck's sake. Sorry, I'll reach that in a second. I'm gonna try to beat him first try, maybe. Oh, good sweep. I was aware. The fucking arrows are so rough. Oh, I'm out of healing. I show him my empty flask, maybe he has mercy on me. I don't quite have the pattern down for that. That's been working out. Try not to talk too much about stuff that's still coming up, please. Because there's some people here that haven't played this before. Like, not that mentioning some of that stuff is like a problem, just as a in general sort of thing. Gee, I wonder why they gave us this lightning tutorial. Yeah, Sekiro boss weapons would be quite fun. That was a thrust, wasn't it? That's the grab. Let's knock at his other. Oh, he missed. I jumped again like a complete idiot. I was so good at dodging that like 5 times in a row. Coming to the naughty corner with me. God damn it, I'm so bad. I did it. Oh well. I think by limiter he means the meme of wearing like weights or something to slow you down, make it harder for yourself, and then you get rid of those so you can bust loose, as they say. Let me actually Google what you guys have been writing. Well, it's more the thing about Genichiro, like the helmet. I think these fucking big old helmets with horns and stuff on them, or with these big things in front of them as well, like the over-the-top designs. This one slightly less so, but the one that he's wearing looks very goofy. And also the massively oversized great bow on his back also looks really goofy. And both of those together really remind me of Neo for some reason. Just, I visually remember my character wearing a hat like that, and you always have like your 2 ranged weapons and 2 melee weapons in that game, so you also have the weird bow on your back the entire time and that sort of stuff. So something about it just reminds me of Neo at all times. It's just kind of silly. But yeah, being able to wield boss weapons in this would be pretty cool. Maybe they could have done a thing where you get some of the prosthetic tools from killing the bosses. So like instead of finding the spear thing, you get that from beating Yobo, and instead of just finding it in a shrine somewhere. I mean, somewhere is a bit of an overstatement, but you know what I mean. Where go? Brain, please. Okay, here we go. It was a pretty good first try though. I never managed to fully parry the flurry of attacks, which is a bit awkward. Yeah, sort of like that. Oh, that's the full flurry. Slightly too early in the last one. I don't remember seeing that attack much. Maybe that only happens if you get got broken. Why did I attack? I am playing this so mindlessly. I jumped again. Why, please? I wonder if that is actually a thrust attack. It doesn't look like the sort of thing I should be dashing into. Ah. Immediately mess up on the very first parry. Very good. Stop shooting me. I really dislike his bow attacks, those are the hardest to deal with by far. Why am I so slow? Wait, what? Oh, that's a grab. Okay, I'm blind. Envy him. Is this the part where we're doing the thing where I do really well on my first try? Well, relatively well on my first try, and then from here we just struggle to even reach the second phase? I hope not. I should have a decent bit of practice with this guy, even though it's been a while. Spoiler alert, this isn't the last time we see our recurring villain of Genichiro. So I should have a decent bit of experience fighting him. So as soon as muscle memory recovers how to deal with the flurry and shot, and I stop getting randomly shot by everything, should be good. I really have a lot of time to figure out what he's doing there after the jump attack. I really don't need to hurry in. Overcommit. Oh, he did a fourth one, I was not ready. Couldn't quite see what he was doing there because of the snow. I kind of want to not fight him in the corner as a result. But I have him here right now, so I may as well take advantage. Don't want to give him time to recover his posture. It's gonna make seeing things after the jump attack much harder. Fuck, I broke on the second to last attack because I missed time to parry. Fuck. Fuck. Excuse me, can I please stop being so bad? Get caught, idiot. Can you stop hanging out in that corner, please? I'd like to see things once you do your jump attack. Mate, please, that corner is literally the one part of the room I do not want you in. Thank you. Not great. But at least we didn't die. No, that's the... God damn it. He hadn't done that in a while, so I wasn't ready. Get the intense training for the jump attack now, very good. Yeah. Corner camping noob. I wonder if I should tank that. I should try it out to see how much damage we can do with the lightning. Oh, that's the flurry. Nice, he got it. Oh, he does the follow-up. God damn it. I forgot, my bad. In this phase after that flurry attack, when he's in that dramatic stance and you're also locked into that stance, he can do a thrust, and I was not ready, so I died. So sad. Anyway, I'm starting to get a little bit better at parrying the flurry. We got a full one earlier, like we parried all of it, which is nice. That flurry attack really is the most difficult thing. You can pretty easily avoid it if you want to, like you can literally run away from him and he will not catch up. Sekiro is super fast, like the character. So anything you don't want to deal with, you can usually sprint away from, because your movement speed is just so insane compared to your opponents. I am slow as molasses. That was a thought. I wonder if I shouldn't try. Yeah, sure, let's try. Fuck it. I can kill him with one move. I have the faith. I am so bad. Maybe I can not even not kill him with one life, but maybe not even at all. There we go. He missed some of the attacks, but I parried the full flurry there, which is nice. It feels very satisfying. Fuck's sake. Back to the ground. God, I almost messed up the timing for that for some reason. Like, I was just so slow. Turns out all the corners are actually pretty snowy and bad. Oh, I missed my parry. I am so fucking bad at this game. Yeah. So in the second or in the final phase, he'll do a thrust attack after that, and I need to be ready for it. It's free posture damage once I'm ready for it, but it catches me off guard at all. Oh, he does the full thing. There you go. So yeah, you can just run away from that chain of attacks, and he will never hit you. It's actually pretty easy to just punish him afterwards as well, so you should absolutely do it. However, I find it incredibly satisfying to try and parry the full string, so I try to go for that. That is pretty good damage, I should do that more. Messed up my timing quite a bit. I was not fast enough. Shock status abnormality occurs when one is standing on the ground and struck by lightning, dealing major vitality damage and a stun. However, a lightning reversal, yeah, fuck you. Oh no! We almost had him with that one life. Except I slightly screwed up and as a result immediately died. Hey, this isn't too bad. I should get this soon once my brain stops being confused for some reason. I should never get hit by the either sweep or thrust after his little jumping attack, because you have so much time to react to it, and while the clues aren't super obvious, you have like almost a full second to identify whether it's A or B, so like it shouldn't be hard. Should also stop getting fucking shot. That was not how I planned it, but it ended up working out in my favor very heavily, so I'm very thankful. God, my timing was awful in that chain. I would have died 5 times if my box bar had been lower. You wanna be in the corner, you can be in the corner, fuck it, mate. Oops. No, I fucked up. Oh, Jesus Christ. No! That was so cool until I fucked it up. Stop your arrow spammy bullshit. I'm not here for it. Last one has a bit of a stagger to it, I'm slow. I like that he always starts with that thrust attack. I pressed the wrong button! Oh my fucking god. I wanted to jump, but I pressed the wrong button apparently. Okay. Need to move past that mentally. I am really bad. Did I not have enough health to tank the lightning in the air? I tried to jump into it, but either I didn't block in time, or I just didn't have enough health to tank that, and I should have instead gone for the... like to avoid that rather than trying to do the lightning reversal. Oh well. Alright, we'll get him this time, I think. I'm feeling pretty confident about most of the attacks now. That was pretty bad. I should not feel as confident anymore. Fuck's sake. That is probably the one attack, like the jump attack with 4 arrows, that will catch me off guard pretty reliably, so... I don't know why I didn't counterattack. What? I wonder if you can cheese this AI if you have... like, if there's an item... I should stop trying to talk while doing weird shit like that. I wonder if there's an item that you could reliably use, because it seems like whenever you use an item at like some sort of distance from him, he will try to do the single shot bow attack, and you can always punish him afterwards. Like you always get a free hit afterwards. Way too early. Fuck me, Ember. So if you had an item that you could use indefinitely, you could have always maybe bait him into doing the arrow shot and then get a free hit on him every time. Where's my parry? How? What? How did I miss the second to last one there? That was pretty good. I was so confident in the timing too. I guess that's what I get for saying, oh, we probably get him this time. I did play that really poorly. When there's so much rubble in the air, it's actually sort of hard to see still what he's doing. I messed up the timing on the very last one. Hey, jump! Oh, that's the grab, I'm stupid. Man, he basically regained all his posture there without jump back arrow attack was on such low turn. Why am I so slow? Some of the attacks that I keep missing, I wonder why. Maybe they got eaten by the door on the ground or something? But yeah, whenever I heal at roughly that distance to him, he always does the like one arrow thing, and I can always punish him for it. Like if I'm close enough at least. Like it was pretty far there and it still worked. I attacked there for some reason. Okay, I'm getting very, very unfocused. This is really bad. Okay, let's try again. I want to continue this attempt. I'm like one focused attempt away from just beating him, but I'm in such a rush. I keep just talking random bullshit. I just kind of want to get it over with because I have a headache and I want to stop streaming for today. So I just like, oh fuck, gotta kill him, and then I lose my train of thought very slightly and it does something unpredicted, and my reaction speed goes to roughly 5 minutes. It's not great. My god, I did that so poorly. It's actually insane how hard I fucked that up. Who needs to see you? You just feel out the attacks. Use the weak force. Excuse you? I am so bad at this. I got actively worse. It's really irritating me. I don't know why I dashed away. Oh, you cheeky... From that distance, you do the fucking quad arrow shot and it fucking one-shots me. I'm actually kinda salty about that, not gonna lie. Not enough for another resurrection, that's a shame. It didn't give me the sweet warning! Excuse you, game? Are we okay? You're supposed to give the danger symbol when he doesn't attack there. Okay. I had not seen that version of the attack yet. Yeah, he just doesn't give me the warning for that one. Okay then. Yeah, no, I get it. Oh, I was so greedy. I saw that he was so low that 2 hits would finish him, so I went for it. Instead of just playing it safe. He basically gave me the free finisher. Oh well. Bit more drama than I'd hoped for. Anyway, that's the memory for Genichiro, the battle of memory of an extraordinary foe, lingering in the mind of the wolf. Commune with the sculpture's idol and confront memories of battle to permanently increase attack power. As the code dictates, the wolf swore vengeance on Genichiro Ashina. And we acquire a new skill. We get our first death blow skill, a ninjutsu technique that turns the spraying blood of a victim into smoke. Costs spirit emblems to use. Activated after a backstab death blow, the smoke screen allows one to retake the element of surprise. Life or death struggles define a shinobi, for whom a kill is a source of strength. Ninjutsu techniques are powerful abilities that can only be used after performing a backstab death blow. They must be equipped in the equipment menu and cost spirit emblems to perform. Cutscene time.
あなたが勝ったのですね。
お主。
争うつもりはありません。巫女の忍びよ。源一郎殿、もしや落ち水を。
アシナはこの国は俺のすべてだ。そのためなら俺は人間をやめよう。死人帰りか。
With the backflip as well, even though the roof is right there. Well, goodbye. Sure we'll never see him again. Well then. Oh, we commune, we rest. And I think that's gonna be doing us for today. Didn't feel like we made that much progress, but at least I didn't get stuck super long on the boss fights today, like unlike the last 2 times. Let's see if there's someone online to render you onto. Otherwise, we will just call it a day. Nope, looks like we're calling it a day. Alright then, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had fun. And I will see you in the next one. Hopefully a little bit more regularly again from now on. I kind of fixed my sleep schedule. I'm still a little bit... I've been feeling super groggy and like slightly sick lately for some fucking reason. So I don't know, I'm already like a bit headachy and shit again. So just this bit of streaming, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll probably be back tomorrow with more of those. Thank you very much for watching and goodbye.